Alright, hello. I'm Cold Warp Gates, and this is another CPL cast. It's been a while since I did one of these. I think it's like 3 or 4 weeks. What do we have here today? It is week 8, so we're almost done with the regular season. It is Operation Indecision against Samyang Fire. This is Tier 2, Part 1. There, I remembered the whole long-ass stream title. I don't really have anything clever or snazzy to say here, so let's just get in the game. Alright. So, who do we have here? We have Bojack in the orange Zerg in the bottom right, fighting for Samyang Fire. And in the top left, we have his name is SCV in game, very clever. He's listed as Nice Z Top Zerg. From some past experiences and from some very subtle clues in his name, I'm pretty sure Top Zerg is actually a Zerg main. I think he just, I'm pretty sure he just race picks for this matchup. I've seen a couple of old games of his where he pretty much does a Goliath build, and then if that Goliath build doesn't work, he goes 2 Rex. We'll see how that plays out here. Bojack, I've played him a couple times in PvZ. I can't think of any times I've seen him play against Terran. So I can't really tell you anything meaningful there, but I'm sure we're about to find out. We're on In the Way of an Eddy. It's a really big map. It's pretty good for macro. There are 2 islands on it. I don't really know how any of that really plays into this matchup in particular. I mean, I'm sure the size makes Zerg feel pretty comfortable. In these cross positions, I think mutas are like especially powerful. If it was close air positions like this, in the way that this Overlord is going, that could be pretty good for mutas. They can just pop right behind the minerals here. Then I said it out loud though, it is kind of hard. It's a bit hard to defend your minerals. You can't put turrets like right behind them, but I don't think it's too critical here. So it looks like a 12 hatch from Zerg, very standard. Looks like, ooh, so we are going to see probably some kind of mech build here out of Top Zerg with his fast gas. I don't know why this barracks is down here. I don't think it really matters, but the ramp is up here. I've definitely done things like this when I forget which spawn I'm at, or when I don't know the map that well. I don't know where the ramp is. It's gonna be a huge deal today. So it looks like we got a spawning pole and a gas right after. So should be 2 hatchery play if I know anything about how this matchup works. I've been told that's really the standard right now. 3 hatch isn't as popular, although still completely fine. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how these islands play into this map, because like I played so many games on it, and then, you know, like I was like aware of the islands, but I didn't really think about how easy it is to just take them. Like, you know, especially for Protoss, where you get a robo like every single game. For these 2 races, I'm not sure. I could definitely see Zerg going, and they're going 2 hatch muta. I could definitely see, you know, get air control and then drop on an island. It's be pretty hard for Terran to kill. You see that on a lot of like really cheesy maps like Blockchain. But we'll see what happens this game. Looks like it would just be vultures coming out of the factory. There's no more workers on gas. But the factory's still coming out. And he's still building his buildings down here when the ramp is here. Like, I don't really know if it's going to make that much of a difference, but like, but why? But why? Zerg is getting that second colony just to make sure they don't lose every single drone that exists to a vulture. Let me go ahead and turn on the mouse cursor. I think I had that turned off. There we go. Bam, capture cursor. Alright, there we go. Now we look professional. Everything progressing normally. Looks like there's that spire. There's an expansion. Fast armory. So the guys are back in gas. Yeah, there we go. Just gonna make a few vultures. Looks like he's more worried about being attacked I feel like there's like almost no reason not to poke out with these vultures. Yeah, Zerg's definitely going to breathe a bit easier not having those. Although I'm sure he knows they're coming if you see the factory. Which you did, right? Yeah. Here we go. Looks like he's just waiting for 3. Pretty deadly. Or at least there's the potential for danger here. They can one-shot drones. They could. I mean, it is hypothetically possible for them to run past this so I can get into the main. But Bojack is aware of that. He's getting this wall ready. He's going to have to block it. He does see the vultures now. He's going to do anything to block it up? Or just leave this lane here? Let's see. The stops are going to make the snap judgment call to run in there. Looks like not yet. This is one of those things where, like, if you look at the replay, oh yeah, definitely try these vultures by. Here we go. Here we go. One goes down. Oh my God, this drone. What a hero. But not enough. So the vultures are in the main. They're pretty bruised up, but there's just nothing here that can catch them. So that's 2 drones already. Oh my God. No, he's splitting the damage perfectly. There you go, 3 drones. So when you have 2 vultures, I think like the drones regen 1 hit between the vulture hits. There it takes 3 shots. So that's that feels bad. I think one of these kills is a Ling, but it's about 4 drones, 5 drones now. So definitely not great. I don't know if it's like game-ending damage, but definitely not what the Zerg wants to start this game off. Looks like turrets are starting to go up. Should be up in time to save the Terran from getting swarmed by Mutas here. The Goliaths are starting to come out. Should be gearing up for that big +1 armor Goliath push. Oh boy, that's like pretty much the only way that this build goes. Super full mode. There, I'm back. I had to cough a little bit. Alright, Mita's not doing much, but not taking any damage. You know, he only made 4 Mutas. It went to his 3rd hatch, and meanwhile, Terran made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turrets. So, you know what? I think that's alright for Zerg. If he wants to keep putting on pressure, just keep the Terran in his own base. See, so Zerg is building up that economy. We do have the hydrogen, the hydro speed upgrade coming. He's got to get something eventually to deal with the push out of Terran. I'm not really sure when the timing when you start making units is, but we can see Terran army getting bigger and bigger. It looks like that +1 armor is started. The range upgrade is almost done. The Goliath starting to come out. Man, there is no bunker or anything here. I don't think there's any Lings either, but if that was Terran, I would be freaking out right now. Right, anxiety's like through the roof. Still only 4 Mutas at a Zerg? Wow, and a 4th hatchery. So getting ready to make a lot of something. Yep, Hydras are coming out. I feel like Terran is starting to figure out that there's just not any Muta pressure going here. Yeah, he sees a small group of Mutas. He's no longer worried about camping in his main too hard. But I don't think he's going to figure out just how vulnerable Zerg is until Zerg has had time to build up all these Hydras. And more Hydras. No upgrades yet. Oh, never mind. The Carapace upgrade is done. I wonder. I know that the Goliaths get armor upgrades. But I don't know. Are Hydras supposed to get armor? Does anybody know? Another thing, I thought the armor upgrade was mostly for Mutas because the attack hits more than once, so the armor upgrade counts more than once. But I guess Hydras, should you just get the +1 attack? I don't know. So actually not a whole lot of Hydras here. Sure, more are coming. Yeah. Yep, alright, already getting that Queen's Nest. Oh, the last Muta is going to go down here. I don't think there's quite enough Hydras yet. And again, apparently Top Zerg thinks that there's way too many Hydras and he's just getting out of there. Now, I don't have enough experience with this to tell you which side should be winning this. So I don't know if Top Zerg is just not being brave enough. Here we go. Finally, shooting back with the Goliath. Doing some good damage, but I think he just lost. He lost like 3 or 4 while he was running away and didn't really get any value out of him. I feel like that would have tipped this fight in his favor. Now Zerg has cleaned it up. Certainly not game over for Terran. I guess they'll do another push here. It looks like he's gearing up to get a third base. Tank's starting to come out. And that's definitely going to have to force another response from Zerg, because even if you have a million Hydras, tanks are pretty dangerous. Then we saw the Queen's Nest earlier. Don't see any Hive tech just yet. Are we going to see Queens themselves? Yes. Alright, we see 1 Queen. Sick. I really like that these have become more popular. Like, I remember back when I was playing Starcraft 2, people will talk about like units that were used less or like not used at all, and like the examples from Starcraft 1 were like the Scout, the Queen, and the Ghost. But you know, Queens are starting to see use now, and I think it's good. Like, they seem like just good units. Like, its snare is good. I don't know how Broodling could not be good. Like, you just delete a unit. That seems pretty strong. So I think it's cool that we're seeing that. Hopefully, you know, maybe someone will figure out how to use Ghosts and Scouts. That'd be pretty sick. A few Hydras here poking at the front. Not gonna get anything done. Let's see, more hatches. Going up for Zerg. We got that range attack coming out. Yeah. Looks like the +1 attacks coming out for the mech army too. I imagine he'll wait for that before he does any kind of push out, but he's also able to cover this 3rd command center. And, you know, if he had a lot of tanks, it would be easier to cover this ground, but with only a few tanks, I don't know how easily he can cover all this area, right? Like this, and this, and this. I don't know. We'll find out. These Hydras here, I wish they were raiding on the high ground. Just not going to be quite as good here, trying to go up the ramp here. Definitely not enough Hydras for all this, especially the tank's siege. Especially the Hydras trying to shoot up the ramp here. Alright. Hydras pulling back smartly. Got a couple Scourge. I don't think... Nope, never mind. We see a starport coming down, probably for some science vessels. Although I don't really know if he needs the science vessels. You know, there's no mutas coming out. Nothing, you know, no lurkers or anything. Where did those queens go? I know we saw a queen. Is Radiate... I don't know if Irradiate's as good against queens, because they can just get irradiated and still cast her spell. I don't know. I know we saw a queen. Here they are. They're hanging out. Just a couple, just 3. There's only 3 tanks, though, so that works out pretty well. 3rd base is landed. Nothing's gone to it yet. Both players being very careful. Not really committing. You know, these kinds of fights can swing really hard either way. I feel like that's kind of true of Terran in general. Like, either they win fights really hard or they lose really hard. Especially when siege tanks are involved. So I understand being careful there. More and more Hydras coming out. Oh, the Queens are on the move somewhere. Here we go. Alright. Yep, they are at that critical point of energy to cast Broodling on these tanks. See if we can pull it off. This army is going to get way weaker without these 3 tanks. Oh, look at this huge surround coming on from Zerg. Oh, this group here is a bit behind, but I don't know about the high ground, though. And the Queens are not... They're too far behind. There's like so many Hydras before the Queens get here, but it might just be too much anyway. There we go. Broodling. Hell yeah. And all the tanks are down, along with most of the Goliaths. So I think it's just enough Hydras to fight uphill without Queens. Pretty sick. Alright, I think that's just game over, right? I don't think Terran can come back from this. There we go. Top Zerg taps out. Alright. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, Terran, like, all their units are so high damage, but they're so vulnerable, and that definitely makes it easy to lose games like that. Like, you just get a bit too surrounded, just a bit out of position there. I guess you just get overwhelmed. Alright, let me update super fancy scoreboard here. Bam. Alright, let's get into game 2 on match point. Alright, we have Topzerg under the name SCV for Operation. Whoop, I put the score in the wrong thing. For Operation Indecision and Bojack. Bleh, the yellow Zerg in the top right. So, match point, I've heard a lot of different opinions on it for most matchups. Obviously, I don't really know anything about this matchup, so who knows? You know, I've heard that, oh, it's good for mutas, oh, it's bad for mutas, it's good for Terran, it's good for Zerg. I don't really know how to sort them all out on myself, or on my own. Bleh. We'll see how it works out here. So, Topzerg, I wonder if people have figured out that he just goes mech every time. Excuse me. I wonder if, you know, because every replay I've seen is like that. He goes Goliath build. It definitely seemed like Bojack knew what he was doing. You know, he had the hiders out at just the right time. You know, I don't think that mech is like a cheesy build or anything. You know, I think it's fine if they know that you're doing it. But it's also just, like, no matter what build you're doing, it's an advantage if your opponent knows that you're doing it. That's my big brain thought of the day. So we got this SCV going out pretty early here. Besides, it feels pretty early. You can build the barracks like right here. Yeah. Can you wall this off? I don't know. It doesn't seem like it. I mean, it's not an 8 racks or anything. I don't think it's gonna be aggressive. I'm not sure. You know, we got a 12 hatch here out of the Zerg again. The absolute #1 standard build. You know, not going to be able to punish us with a Link Flood anytime soon. Everybody scouting around. Nothing important for me to talk about yet, I think. Alright, looks like we got that. With that early gas, we'll see another 2 hatch build. And a Zerg here. Seems like a good choice for this map, just because third base choices either don't have gas or are really far away. Which, to my uneducated Protoss mind, I think that it's a bit better to stay on... Well, no, hold on. You don't get the third hatch at the third base anyway, so never mind. I was thinking of the wrong matchup. Who knows? Who knows? I'm just Protoss. I don't understand what's going on here. Alright, so we see this barracks. I mean, he must just be planning to expand early. There. Ooh. Never mind. Haha! He's bunker rushing. Good thing I have that production thing up. But it's not even like a rush, right? Like, you got the barracks at a completely normal time. So here we go. How many? That looks. Now I have been told that 8 drones is the right amount to pull, and that seems just about what he's pulled. But the bunker is done. What you really have to do is keep these Marines from getting in there. Looks like Topzerg is floating a good amount of money. Maybe he's not sure. You know, he's not used to this kind of play. I definitely had that happen all the time. Oh man, that Marines just get picked off. Some of the pathing, like, on this map around the edges of this terrain is so weird. Like, it's so hard to wall off this Protoss, so I can definitely believe that it's easy to get accidentally trapped there. Oh no, this Marine's too brave. Run! Run! I don't know if he's gonna make it. He's probably doomed. So that's definitely feels bad for Terran. We have this command center going up. Actually, not like too much later than normal, I think. He did force those drones to be pulled. I don't really know. I don't think it's like a critical failure for Terran. I think he's, you know, going to be okay to keep going into the rest of the game, but that definitely didn't do the damage that he wanted. You know, you definitely want to at least kill some of those drones when you force them to pull them. Oh, this is that is 6 lings. Maybe could have run past there, but just deciding not to and giving Topzerg some more time to finish this wall here. This will be coming back around to scout, see what Zerg is doing. I don't know if he got a scout early. Looks like he did. And he's going to see this lair. The lair is about halfway done. He can't know that exactly, but I'm sure he knows this matchup. He knows what's going on. You know, we're not going to see any kind of like weird, like 2 Hatch Hydra bust follow up or anything. We'll let him feel a bit safe. We got more barracks going down. 3 barracks. Is it okay to... I don't know. Probably just like a 2-Rex, a CAD, but he floated some money. That would be my guess as to what this build is going to be. Or... Oh, he went 2 barracks, he went to the academy and built a 3rd barracks. I don't know. I don't think it's a 5 barracks plus 1, because I think that's better against 3 Hatch. Oh, never mind. There is a Hydra Den. I missed it. Oh man, we got fast lurkers. Did SCV see that? I don't... You can't really tell what buildings they saw, but I don't really think it would have. I think the SCV came in like this. So I think that sneaky tactic there might have worked. So yeah, this kind of lurker stuff requires like a very specific reaction from Terran. And if you don't scout it, it's pretty hard to do that. Let's see what we got here. So we got an eBay coming up. I think this is, you know, you get that anyway from mutas, but the turret placement is all different. You need like more bunkers. You probably need scanners just so you can't snipe your turrets. It's pretty hard for Terran to deal with this. So unless he figures it out soon, he's going to be in trouble. Get some water. Sorry about that. Oh, looks like he's got those 2 medics out, ready to do a push, but he's gonna run into these Hydras in the middle of the map. Hydras themselves are completely not dangerous. Ooh, is there gonna be smart and go around? No, they're just gonna morph here in the middle. So Terran could discover these lurker eggs, but I don't know if there's gonna be enough time. Yeah, we see a turret here, the front, more bunkers. All these lings run by and they keep the Terran from seeing the lurkers. Though I kind of feel like maybe Terran has figured it out. You know, we see the turret at the front. We don't see any like muta turrets. Alright, you see these lurkers here. It looks like Terran's not paying attention to this area, but he's about to discover spines being shot at him. Oh no! Oh, he's looking somewhere else! Oh man, brutal. Terran units are so fragile. Oh god. I didn't even see these. Bojack! Bojack! Sick. Alright, so that feels pretty bad for Terran. Basically his whole army's dead. He's got 1 bunker with some SCVs in there. He's got 4 fire bats though, that's pretty clutch. I just don't think he has enough to stop all these 5 lurkers by themselves. No link support, but there's just so little here from Terran. Gonna be pretty scary. We're supposed to see like 2 bunkers, right? I definitely don't want to run out. All right, that 1 turret gets picked off. Comset's finally started, but there's only this other turret back here. It looks like the Natural's in big trouble. There's a big flock of Zerg units going over. This tiny little squad of Terran units is like, we're not trained for this shit. All right, top Zerg knows he's in trouble, and he just gets out of the game. So, quick 2-0 in favor of Bojack. And Samyang Fire takes the first series. Alright, we got for the next series. Let's see. Alright, we have Kazooie against Goblin. Perfect. Alright, which team are these guys on? Let's look at the official record here. Alright, we have Zooey is on Operation Indecision, and Goblin is on Samyang Fire. Hope I'm pronouncing Kazooie correctly. Alright. Let's get into it. Is a PVZ a matchup that on paper I should at least know more about? See how that actually works out in practice. Bam. Nope. Alright, here we go. We have Kazooie, the yellow Zerg, for Operation Indecision on the top right. Goblin, the black Protoss, the bottom left. So I practiced this map a lot for this matchup. I feel like the islands matter. Like, there's no way that these islands shouldn't matter, right? Like, as long as like the game doesn't end before Protoss gets a third base, like the islands should be pretty important. I feel like it's like the dream base, the dream third base for Protoss. Like, impossible to bust. But we'll see how it works out. What kind of build Goblin goes for here? Looks like it'll be a Forge first, probably, with a probe scanning this early. I don't think you really do this with Gateway first. So it'll probably be overpull here out of Kazooie. Yeah, okay, very normal. Probably gonna get here, see nothing here. Yep, we got that Forge coming out. Very normal. I gotta say, as a Protoss player, I hate the naturals on this map. I feel like they're so crowded. You know, you got this wall here. You have your Nexus and like cannons here. There's this tiny little square that your whole army has to fit into. It's such a pain in the butt. See if that's a factor in this game or not. So just getting a cannon before Nexus, definitely the safer way to lean on that. I'm a greedy boy, so I usually get the Nexus before the cannon. I've definitely lost some games that way. You know, it's definitely smart to do that if you haven't scouted the Zerg yet. But if Goblin knew that it was cross positions and overpool, then he would definitely just opt to get that Nexus before the cannon. So he's going to feel a bit bad about that, I would guess, but it's not too terrible. You're still absolutely in the game. So they're just getting two lings to scare off the probe. Is this an early gas? I should know this. I feel like you normally get the third hatchery before the gas. I don't know. But here we go. No, okay, this feels normal. This feels normal. Getting this running out right now. Gonna take that normal third base. Not gonna stick it halfway across the map, like Zerg can choose to do sometimes. Everything in Protoss Town coming up nicely. Maybe you got gas before pylon. I've heard you're supposed to get pylon before gas. I don't know. I don't know, man. I just copy builds that I try to win. Probe is still running around pretty good. Not seeing anything out of the normal yet. So we do have 100 gas and nothing coming, but I think it's just waiting for minerals. The probe is giving up and going home. So we do see the lair. Should see speed start soon, I would imagine. Yeah, there we go. I say this a lot, but it's you know, is this all normal? Is this all standard? I don't know what to comment on. Cybercore about to finish from Protoss. Oh, this one idle probe. I hate this. It happens to be every game. There we go. He's mining. Going up to 6 slings from Zerg. Nothing out of the ordinary yet. But we're gonna pop in here, trying to see what's up. Might go deep enough to see this Stargate. Should see +1 started. There's a lot of gas for Protoss. It's a lot of gas. So getting Citadel before the +1, I don't know if that's an intentional choice or a mistake. I don't know. I mean, maybe on such a big map in cross positions, he's not really fussed about, you know, getting some kind of +1 zealot push, and I could understand that. You know, just get ready for that 12-minute push, get some storms up, all that good stuff. But I mean, I feel like with this much gas, like, dude, just start the +1. Like, you can totally afford it. I don't know, maybe get the second gas later than he did. Well, speed has started right away. I don't see it in archives yet. I hope this is just not just a mistake. They didn't have +1 yet. But I'm starting to feel that it must be. I've definitely been there. It definitely feels bad. We see a second gateway. No. Whoa, a third gateway. So it's like a bunch of speed zealots, I guess, but no +1. Oh, that feels bad. Corsair's gonna get in here and scout. I'm gonna see the most. So this is this is like the 3-hatch Spire into 5-hatch Hydra build. I've said this before. When I started to learn the game, this is what every single Zerg was doing. It was like absolutely just the build. It's not as popular now, but it's still good. Yeah, it's kind of a good way to deal with everything. So he did, but he does know that he should have time to get this Overlord. Oh, just barely not. All right, get out of there. Get out of there. Rip. All right. That feels bad. Better be safe with this one. We're not going to see a big flow of mutas or anything, but losing these Corsairs feels pretty bad for Protoss. You know, they lose a bit of map control, a bit of scouting. So yeah, I mean, I guess he's, you know, clearly aiming for some kind of +1 push here. He got the speed done, but +1, like, is only halfway done. I think it must have just been a mistake. His Zealots are a bit split up. He left these 2 behind, so it's not even that big of a push. You know, with this few Zealots, I think you just want to... I don't think you want to commit to this. But he's getting a lot more damage done than I would have thought. He's going to kill those Hydras and kill this Sunk. You know, it forces these drones to think about leaving, but they decide to stay there. Kazooie just doesn't have that much. So, you know what? I was a doubter, but Goblin is getting some decent damage done with this small group of Zealots. Corsair comes in here, but it's going to get caught by these Hydras, although they're going to get surrounded by this reinforcing group of Zealots. So, this kind of looks like a nightmare for Zerg right now. I feel like Zerg has like 1 unit too little each with each wave. And now these Overlords are in danger. We got more Zealots coming across the map. So you know, I gotta admit, I wasn't wrong about how this push is gonna go. Pretty nice here from Goblin. Getting more Overlords. I'm here to die everywhere. Alright, this Corsair is gonna go down. Feels bad. But so is the third base from Zerg, I'm pretty sure, with 2 hatcheries and the Evo here. Oh man, Zerg supply cap, that feels bad. So they gotta make Overlord so they can make anything. 4 Lords in production here, and the Protoss going for like a really fast third because they just know that Zerg is messed up right now. Zerg's not gonna have any ability to deal with him. Still no Templar archives here at a Zerg. Or at a Protoss. I don't think he'll need it in this game, but that sounds like a brave choice to just not get Storm. Alright, Kazooie just knows that, well, if you lose your third base, that feels pretty bad for Zerg. So he's going to tap out, moving to the next game. So, well played out of Goblin. game too. Go back to match point. Grand Series 2, yeah. Alright. Back to match point. So, even in this matchup that I understand, I'm not sure what to... well, that I should understand at the very least. I'm not sure what to think about this map. I don't like the wall at the natural. It's like a big gap. It's kind of hard to cover with zealots. The wall is kind of exposed to hydras. And then you don't really like having a mineral only for your third base, so you kind of have to think about... there's like a lot of choices for where to take your third base that are too far away or doesn't have gas. But because of the way that all the mineral lines on this map are pointed, it's actually really easy to storm mineral lines. We'll see it when we start to scout the map, but like, you know, these bases down here, like the minerals are kind of like exposed to the terrain outside, so you can just camp outside their base and storm their drones. So that feels pretty good. And then if you can like take control of the high ground pods that are like here, with like a big 12-minute push, you can really punish Zerg from that position. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not really sure what to think of this map. This pylon, I do not believe this is the right place to wall. It's such a big gap here. I don't know. Maybe he's practiced it better than I have. I forget. In this position, I think it's like Forge, Gateway, and then like a big gap here that the pylon's a part of. Maybe you don't need the pylon there. Maybe you can just have like Zealot, something like that. So press going up here to scout. I don't know what that's about. Looking for proxy or just a misclick. I don't know. But apparently, like even if Zerg was going to proxy hash you, which is not really a thing, I don't think it'd be there. Excuse me, I bumped the mic with my water glass. Meanwhile, I should look at the Zerg. Looks like another overpool build here. So you setting up to take that natural. He might get blocked here by this little goblin from Goblin. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Nope. Alright, not too bad, but this Protoss, like, you absolutely want to be blocking that. There is a chance that, like, you sit there and think that you're blocking the hatch for, like, 30 seconds, and in the meantime, it's like a 9 full speed in the main. So I understand, you know, not worrying about that and just going in, but I feel like, come on, man. Like, you gotta block it for, like, a bit. So yeah, I think, well, okay, I won't say this is the wrong wall, because I don't know, but this is definitely not the wall that is on broodwalls.com, and those walls are usually pretty good. I feel like it's going to be like 1 zealot here, and then like 1, 2, 3. So like 4 zealots to hold this. It feels pretty bad. Ooh. What's that? 6lings? Okay, so 6lings early from the Zerg. Not too wild. But, I mean, these could be 2 more drones, so Zerg definitely wants to feel like they're getting something out of it, right? I don't know if they are going to. So 6lings, technically, should require a second cannon from Protoss, or, you know, to pull the whole control group of units will take to clog this wall. Is he being active with them, though? No, he's not really being active with them. So Protoss is going to feel fine just hanging out. Is he going to make that second cannon? I don't know what this is for. We got a gas. Where's that second? Oh, so he built the core up here. I don't know if he... Did he do a different... like a 11 next? Well, I wasn't paying attention or something? That seems to be what happened. Because that's usually how this... why you would make this hypercore your nats. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention talking about hypotheticals and storming mineral lines. Looks like Zerg is opting to take this far third. You know, Zerg is completely fine taking such a far third from their other 2 bases. This base is pretty out of the way. Pretty easy to defend with these 2 ramps here. You know, it's not perfect for Zerg, but they don't really regret skipping this hatch. this mineral only base. Yeah, this just must have been an 11x at a goblin. I wasn't paying attention. My bad. Oh, Jinjin hosted me with 4 viewers. Sick. I made it. I got hosted. Thank you, Jinjin. Thank you, 4 people. Casting some CPL here. Oh, it's a 3-hatch Hydra build. Got that Hydra speed coming out. Looks like it'll probably be a 973. So I don't know why I've never just asked somebody this, but it sure looks like the 9 part doesn't include the gas drones. I don't know why I'm so worried about that detail. Actually, okay, it's more than 973. Looks like we got 9 here. And then what? Okay, well, numbers. So maybe it's not going to be quite so committed, but we'll see how it works out. Still no +1 out of Goblin. Like, he absolutely could afford it. I really feel like it's a mistake to not get this +1 attack. I mean, he totally did not need it in the last game. So he's not going to scout with his first Sarah either. He's just going to go for this low-hanging Overlord here. And he's going to regret that if he doesn't see these Hydras coming. We got a couple on the way here. Let's see. Yeah, it does look like he's doing that. Don't think. I mean, he's got 9 here, and a lot more than. He's got 8 here, so I don't know. I can't count, guys. I don't think it's like a totally committed Hydra bust. I think he's going to try to force a reaction out of the Protoss, and then go back into economy. We'll see what works out here. Still nothing on this forge. Definitely feels bad. We got the Citadel again. Looks like he's gonna try to pick off this forge, but it doesn't even matter, man. Alright, well, we see more and more Hydras coming out, so I guess he's not gonna a drone out of it. We're up to 4 cannons, we're going up to 5. This is one thing that's nice about this map. You can get this really nice line of cannons that goes on forever. Makes you feel very safe here against Hydra busts. Got more cannons too. Well, I guess it depends on. I feel like if these cannons get up, then Protoss should feel safe. They don't even care about losing that forge because they weren't even trying to get upgrades anyway. So who cares? He's trying to get another forge. Getting the Templar archives this game. Looks like he's just going to chill behind his wall here. Get Storm Tech up. Get ready for a big push later. God, more cannons? Alright, this is too many cannons. You don't need 8 cannons. I think that's too many. Especially when you get this really nice arc with them. I don't think it's going to break the bank or anything. We do finally see more drones coming out of the Zerg here. So he has realized he can't end the game immediately. Is it 2 Stargates? No, it's not 2 Stargates. Oh, it is 2 Stargates. What? Oh my god. Kenzaki Renko in the chat, paying more attention than I am. This has to be a mistake, right? Like, it has to be like he's just used to getting a Stargate and at one time, and then he got one early, but you know, and he forgot that he made one earlier. I don't know. Are we gonna see like, or I don't know? Maybe he's going Corsair DT. Maybe this is his choice to follow up against being Hydra busted. Definitely not what I expected. You know, I expect this would be like normal like Storm Tag, but I guess it's you guys like just pumping DTs out here. I don't know. I think the second Stargate has to be a mistake. Like he just forgot that he already had one. Oh my god, so many cannons! Whoa, this is like a cannon defense map, man. Don't need that many cannons. So I don't really know who comes. I feel like Protoss was okay, but they just spent too much on cannons. They got the double Stargate. Let's see if he can get the damage done with these DTs he's making. I mean, he absolutely did not need 2 Stargates for this. Oh, this is brave. He's really gonna get that. Okay. He could have, but like, I've tried this kind of thing so many times. I always lose all the Corsairs. Oh my god, there you go, there you go. Get it. He does get the Overlords, but he doesn't even need the Dark Templars here because can they really not fit through here? Like Zealots can fit through here, but DTs can't. Are you serious, Blizzard? All right, well he has to kill one of his cannons. That was really in danger now. He only has what, 9? All right, so Zerg is saying, "Oh God, I don't want to deal with this." They get spores. Well, a spore at his natural. So he's gonna spore at his 3rd, but where did that? Like, how did he lose all those Hydras? They all run into the cannons. Like, he had a lot of Hydras. And now he's going to be in trouble here, losing some more Overlords. And, like, this one sunk is not going to save the space from these units here. Oh, God, he's making more drones! Oh, no. That's not what you need. What is this, 4 DTs? Oh, my God. Well, definitely not the reaction I expected out of the Protoss, and it's actually going to do pretty good. These Lurkers scrambling to get up here. No detection from the Protoss, but I don't think he cares, right? I mean, the Lurkers can't shoot the Dark Templar either. So a lot of drones go down. Some are saved by going away. It looks like this attack is held here. Yeah, I think you're right, Kazaki. If he blocked off the ramp with DPs, that'd be pretty clutch. Looks like Zerg is going to hold it off. What's Protoss going to do? I know he got Storm. Looks like he's getting goons to deal with these Lurkers. He got more Corsairs, some more DTs! Oh, man. I guess this space is vulnerable. But this is like a early 4th base from Zerg, at least compared to like Protoss. Doesn't even have like a hint of going for a 3rd base. So if Zerg can hold off all of these shenanigans from Goblin, he's gonna feel pretty good, I think. Yeah, we got this base is safe from DTs. This base is on the way to being safe. Yeah, sunk more Hydras. He's good. Now, I'd really like to just turn around, realize that these DTs can't get damage done, and then make like some Dark Archons. That'd be pretty cool. I think he's just trying to force it. Yeah, Hydra there, trying to run by here, not gonna work. Drop it to the main, maybe? Maybe, but not gonna be able to run by it. So never mind, I was lying. Protoss is gonna take a 3rd base. Hidden up here in the top left. I don't know if does it count as hidden? I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's not at the most intuitive place to expand, but like, we need that gas, man. Protoss does not feel good without 3 gas. Like, you just make Zealots, they're just gonna die to the Lurkers. So back up to 5 Corsairs again. Getting that observatory up a bit late, but Zerg doesn't really look like they're going to be aggressive with Lurkers anytime soon. Maybe with these, but I think it's going to be time to get those observers out. Oh, these goons! Oh my God, they have to go all the way. Dragoons! Oh my God, I know this pain. Just kill some cannons, man. You have enough. Corsairs hanging out. Looks like he might be thinking about doing a drop. This is what I do when I want to drop in the main. I just have Corsairs hanging around. And then the Zerg is like, I wonder why he's trying to kill all my Overlords in my main. And then they have, some defenses in place. By the time I get the drop here. Anyways, we do see the shuttle. Did you get an observer yet? Yes. Alright, so he's not going to die to Lurkers immediately anyway. Now, does he just not know there's a ramp here? Is he going to cannon both ramps? I feel like you kind of have to cannon at the Nexus because you can't really afford to spam cannons at both ramps. So maybe he just isn't aware that there's a ramp there. This map is like, I know it's in the CPL pool, but it's not in ladder or anything. It's not players aren't going to have as much experience on it. What are the upgrades at? I should one attack for the Hydras and one attack for the Protoss. Definitely could be higher for both sides, but bit of a weird game. Oh, Storming the Observer, a classic Warcades move here. This fight looks pretty good for the Protoss. Zerg army's kind of split up, and these storms have been pretty juicy. I feel like Zerg has a lot of supply. Like, they're a bit behind now, but after losing this fight, like, where is all this supply? Is it only in drones? Is it just so split up? Because I guess he split his army up a lot because he didn't know where these Corsairs were going to show up. But this was pretty good for Protoss. Like I was talking about earlier, the Protoss can kind of threaten 2 bases from this position. Looks like he's just going to YOLO in here against all these lurkers and spore colonies. I don't know about this. That storm could have been on the drones too. Looks like he might just have enough muscle to get through here. Did he lose all those Corsairs? I think he did. No Observer here, but there's no lurkers. The Hydras are trying to get up the ramp. Oh, come on, just kill the drones, man. Oh no, the Archon goes down. I think there's just enough goons to win this fight, but more reinforcements. So I guess I feel like Goblin should not have committed so hard to killing this base just yet. I feel like you want to stay up here, go up here, threaten this one, go down here, threaten this base, but don't commit up a ramp like that. Seems like he lost way too much. Did he actually lose all those Corsairs? I think he did. That feels real bad. And now Zerg is going to feel pretty safe, right? Oh, hey, Kazooie. Don't worry about it, man. These have been pretty entertaining games. It's looking pretty good for you at the moment. Looks like you held out that attack. Jeez, I don't know if I should talk a second person or third person here. I don't know, but Kazooie has a lot of lurkers trying to reclaim this high ground, finally driving the last of this goon squad out of here, chasing the reinforcements down with these lings. Does he have Hive yet? Yeah, he's getting Hive. Hive just finished. Wait, is that? Oh no. That's not crack. That's the speed upgrade. Right? Oh no. Alright. I'm sorry, Kazooie. I didn't know. That doesn't feel too great. You probably skip that early, get like the better Hydra bust, I guess. Definitely gonna regret that now. Oh, these lurkers not burrowing, kind of left out by themselves. That feels really bad, especially like when you're trying to go Hive Tech. Every lurker is so expensive. All that gas. I feel like this has kind of been since the bust. Since the saga of the 10 million cannons. Like the story of this game has been that like Zerg has a big army. It's just too split up. We got some more Zell chasing down here. Move 2-1 done for Protoss, only 1-1 Zerg. Bit of an upgrade lead here. See, all these units just not helping out their Zerg brethren over here. Oh god, but the observers were left behind. Oh, never mind. Looks like some DT kills went down. Looks like they only killed some buildings. That's like sorry, I bumped the mic. Looks like a spawning pool. I think it was a spire, and I don't remember. I think one of them was a spore or something. I don't know. So pretty annoying for Zerg. With the spawning pool back in production. Looks like another small group of units headed here. Oh, there's just nothing here. Just these 2 lurkers, but they're not enough to stop all these DTs from just eating up all these drones. Like a goblin is doing a really good job of like forcing Kazooie to defend this big part of the map that he's claimed here. Oh man, the Hive almost dead. Like I feel like that's like 2,000 damage that was wasted. Like that could have been every drone or like the Evo chamber, like, you know, it's so close though. Delay the cracklings and defilers even longer. We got a Spire coming back up. I don't know, do you even need Spire anymore? Like, all the Crusaders are dead. You know, you don't need Scourge, maybe just some kind of Muta switch, I don't know, but I don't feel like Spire is that handy right now. We got another drop ready to go here. Protoss getting up to that 4th base. Still no gas here, but first 2 bases are mined out anyway, so I might as well get some income here. Chasing down this group of lings. Just down the dragoons. These lings are way too brave. Can't be throwing these away right now. Protoss gearing up to take a 5th base? That's pretty brave, but I feel like you probably can't do that right now. Because like I've been saying, like the Zerg army is just too split up to really threaten anything. Oh, no observers. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Yeah, no observers. Oh, here they are, over here. Yeah, I feel like, because we just need to like group up his units to have any chance of fighting these big deathball armies from Protoss. It's drone. He's being offered as a sacrifice for a bountiful harvest, but I don't think it's going to pay off. Saving that Templar in time. That second spawning pool go down. Here it is. I don't know if Crack's done yet. I can't tell. Get some more ice storms here. But, oh man, yes, Protoss is getting more and more bases. Zerg usually can't threaten anything. So he's kind of stuck on this Hydra tech. You know, just these small groups of Hydras are never really going to be able to trade effectively against Goon Templar. Yeah, I know what you mean, Kazooie. Like, it's so easy to get stuck. Like, you don't feel like you have time to like transition or anything. You're like, oh my god, I'm gonna die right now. I have to make units. Like it's especially hard for Zerg, but it can happen to me in a lot of games as a Protoss player. You're stuck in this kind of mid-game comp. You never feel like you have the breathing room to like move on, like reorganize, like get all your stuff control grouped, get your techs out. Got a lurker drop here, but you know, probably too early to do anything. Some more fights in the middle. Oh my god. Oh my god. This army is a bit skewed. Get some god tier minecart to storm everything. Let's see how it goes. How do you have this many Templar and not have the energy upgrade? Like, come on, buddy. I mean, I've definitely been here though. I'm like, oh, I have 2,000 gas. Let's make some Templar, and then I just have 12 Templar and 2 Zealots. Finally, some Zealots shown up. Only like one of them has the energy. They're trying to form. They can't quite do it. Just flexing here, making 4 Archons in the middle of a fight. It's baller, man. So they're getting their own 5th base up. It's good to get caught up, but you want to be ahead. And wow, every single base on this map is taken now. It's not that many bases on this map, but that's still like, whoa. I mean, definitely is a good situation for Protoss. Alright, finally getting pushed out of the middle. Maybe allowing Zerg to threaten this base. Like, just a small group, but like it's like 2 cannons with a couple more coming up. Like, absolutely, like a relatively small group of Zerg units could threaten it. But Protoss has regrouped here. a more sensible unit composition than 100% Templar. Alright, how many drones can go down here? Oh man, like 2 like lurkers morphing here? That'd be pretty clutch. Oh, not focusing down the probes. Cannons are gonna get up. I think Goblin's gonna be able to save the space. That might have been Kazui's like last gasp at having a chance in this game, just because the split map is really not good for Zerg. I hear lurkers somewhere. Over here? Okay, I thought it was like somewhere in the middle line. Alright, ooh. Pretty cool move here. Kind of boxing this army into this little corner. See if he can capitalize on it. Looks like he's going to try to snipe a few units off here. Get those Templar. Oh god. Big storm's going down. No attack upgrades on the Lings, but 3-3 on the Hydras. Alright, alright. That does seem like a hard thing for Zerg to balance. Like, which upgrades do I get and when? You know, I feel like Zerg, I usually see them getting upgrades later, and like it's hard to like make that choice. But I mean, I understand getting the range upgrades. We have so many Hydras and Lurkers, but I feel like it's better to just go all in on these crab Lings. Get those defilers up. There we go. Getting that lurker here outside the base, but it's just sheer number of zealots should be able to take it up. Oh my god, it whirls and there's no observer. So now this is looking a lot scarier for Goblin here. This base is looking in more serious danger. Oh, 3 Archons. Gonna just erase every Zergling. Never mind. Big rip. Oh, we got a drop coming in here. I'm still glad that I caught that. I can act like I'm a good observer. So there's one lurker here, but I don't think any of these pros units care. All these roads are in danger. Meanwhile, looks like Goblin is just barely defending his base down here. Oh, got another. Okay, 2 Zealots going for the Sunk. Gotta keep guessing which Sunk you're gonna kill next. Hopefully that attack does get cleaned up. I think a lot of drones went down there. Zerg is down to 36 drones. Not what you want at 27 minutes in the game. So Zerg is ahead in this fight for now, but with this observer, as long as he doesn't get sniped, they should be able to clean up these 2 lurkers. And this is enough cannons. It's going to require more than just these Hydras. Ooh, we got the 1 Overlord drop. He's going to go by the middle line here. That's pretty cool. But I think he's just going to lose his position. All right, never mind. He drops right out of here. Big arc here from the Protoss. Should be able to take out the spawn group of Hydras and lurkers. This game has gone way longer than I thought it would. I feel like I've been like, I think I've said, yeah, that's about it. You know, about 5 times now. It's getting pretty scrappy here. Starting to see the shield upgrades come out for the Protoss. Alright. After many battles, the Protoss has made his way back up to this little high ground pod. But, well, Zerg gets mined out here. Almost mined out here. It's like 300 minerals there. They have this base mining, and that's it. So, I don't know how much Zerg really cares about all this. I mean, well, I guess that's the spawning pool here, and some hatcheries. Let's see, meanwhile, Protoss? Oh, well, Kazooie realizes that he's lost control of the map. And I think, yeah, I think Protoss did have 2 mining bases, so that's a lot better. Alright, so definitely a hard-fought game here, but Goblin just take it 2-1. And that's another win for Samyang Fire. The big bullies of CPL Season 5. Alright, what do we got next? We got Rem versus Stardust. Alright, what teams are these guys on? Looks like Rem is playing for Operation Indecision, Stardust for Samyang Fire. Right. I'm gonna grab some water. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's get into the game. Back to In the Way of an Eddy. Alright, Doctor. Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Stardust. I didn't realize. You know, he was an educated man. Presumably, possibly not a man, I don't know. In the green Protoss in the bottom left. The Rem. AKA Rem, white chair in the top left here. So this is another matchup I can pretend to know things about, at least. You know, I should know things about it. This map, pretty big. There's a lot of bases. Another one where I feel like the island should matter, but maybe I'm just wrong. We'll see how that works out. One thing about this map is, like, if you build your buildings like here in your main, siege shanks here, if that makes any sense, can just blow them all up, so that sucks. So you definitely don't want Terran to get too close to your main here. See if that is a factor in this game. Of course, same thing, you know, there's a lot of ground to cover for the Terran. They put a lot of charts if they want to drive away recalls. And I don't really know what to talk about at this part of the game, because everything is the same. It's just making depots and pylons. Alright, oh, where's he going? Is he making a racks here? Yeah, alright, so, I mean, again, we talked about this last game we had a Terran here. This ramp, the ramp is here, buddy. Makes a bit more sense this matchup, because you make just a few Marines and then, like, lift the barracks to scout, I guess. Oh, I guess he's going to lift it and then put it into the natural trip. That makes sense. Alright. Oh, 12 next. Didn't catch that sooner, but there we go. So, not a completely out of this world build, but pretty brave, especially for CPL. And oh man, Terran's going to scout it last. That is going to feel bad for Rem. I don't think it's like game over or anything, but that is what the Protoss wants. Because, you know, there's a couple of very fast responses that Terran has to do against AA-12 next, so they're just behind. You know, some kind of like pull the boys and do a bunker rush, or really fast vultures, or vulture drops, something like that. Like something that takes advantage of how much the Protoss has delayed their army tech. Oh, and it looks like, alright, this, was this, 15 CC, so, you know, not as greedy as like CC first or anything, but you know, not too bad against the 12 next, so maybe just a bit behind, but you know, it's not like he went for like siege expand or something really safe like that, so that's not too bad. You know, I don't 12 next that much, so I don't really know how this works out. I don't 12 next because I'm bad and I get wrecked every time I try to do it, so I can't really tell you how all these timings work out. Bunker not really necessary. Alright, so this is yeah, we see one zealot, and then we're gonna see goons. So I gotta write this down because I screw this up all the time. So I always go like 2 gateways, and then it's 4, but I think you can go gates, 4 gate, and get goons in time. So I'm learning today. Terran's finally gonna get there and be like, oh my god, I really last scouted a 12 next. That feels bad. I'm gonna see everything. But at least he went for a pretty greedy bid himself, so seems good. The probe is going to get here. I don't think he can see if there's a command center or not. Alright, Zealot got the SCV. Let's see here. The probe is taken down. I mean, Terran is only one worker behind. Like, I mean, they're behind it, like, he only has one factory. Like, his factory just finished. These gateways are already making units for Protoss, but it really doesn't seem like a huge economic deficit here. But again, I'm Protoss. Maybe I'm just biased. So be hanging out over here. eBay going up. Make sure it doesn't die to anything stupid like GTs or Reavers. Fast armory for one factory. So this is going to be nothing too quick here. Probably like a 2-1 push. I think I should know this. I don't know if it's going to be a 2 base or 3 base. Probably, I'm gonna guess 3 base. I'm gonna make a bold statement here. Protoss clearing his neighborhood, looking for mines, looking for vultures, looking for hidden SCVs just to come in and scout. So you can take a fast third. This is Dr. Stardust is greedy, and I love it. The Robo is like just finishing. He's like, yeah, whatever. I'll get a third Nexus, and like, I don't know if he's read it from what's at the front here, but like it seems like the right response. Oh my god, turrets everywhere. It's like he's worried about. Well, not everywhere. I mean, this is 2 turrets. Let me calm down a bit. But this is definitely like trying to predict that a Reaver will come into your base. You know, just hoping that the Protoss will just like right-click here and fly right over these 2 turrets. But there's so much more room. So I don't even know. Like, I feel like just 1 turret at your mineral lines probably a better idea. I got a fast starport. Got up to more factories. Maybe it's just a 2 base, 2-1 push or something like that. Again, I should probably learn all these timings. The 3rd base is up for Protoss, or is coming online for Protoss. The Robos, we got observers, we got going to 4 gateways. Not a lot of action, but a lot of economic shenanigans. Alright, yeah, this is some kind of 1 base, or some kind of 2 base. I feel like if you get anything more than 3 factors before your 3rd base, it means you're doing some kind of 2 base push. Good workers transferred in reasonable time. Got an observer here, finally gonna get in here and see what Ram is up to. Oh god, don't die to the turrets! Don't die to the turrets! I've done that so many times. Wow, 1 HP, pretty clutch. Just goons driving out some vultures here. He's gonna see these 4 factories. 2 machine shops. He's gonna probably have some kind of inkling. Something aggressive is headed his way. Wow, look at this. Terran has more workers. That probably shouldn't be happening, but I'm no one to talk about worker production. Did Terran build a 3rd command center anywhere? I don't... Oh, here it is. Alright. So it is some kind of 3rd base, so maybe I'm wrong about the whole more than 3 facts sign of a push thing. Ooh, got a drop, not a science vessel. That feels pretty cool. I am so bad at dealing with Terran drops. I am horrendous. You see a forge, but no cannons. This isn't walled off, so Dragoons can come in here to defend. Don't think the observers are gonna see this. Should be able to get some decent damage done. There's one goon hanging out here, just not rallied from the gateway. Could defend the main. So getting ready for Arbor attack here. Kind of a late Arbor attack, but it's after the fast natural and third base. Alright, Vulture. Alright, well, we'll just get some kills. Up. Looks like he pulls the probes after seeing those attack alerts on the minimap. Gonna get a couple, but not really what you want out of here. Now, if he could go drop the main, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, pull all the units up here. Oh, he's gonna play it safe and get out of here. Falling off. Getting a second eBay? I mean, it's pretty cheap, so not too terrible. But walling off his third. He's a little that in there pretty soon. Go up to 6th factory. That's right inside of this observer. So we have a 4th base here. I don't like this position. I don't know if it'll matter, but I mean, it's also hard when there's vultures and stuff on the map. But it's like in the middle of the map. It's open. It'd be very hard to defend against Terran if they do decide to be aggressive against it. It looks like the drop is headed down here. I don't know if he's probably going to swing around to the natural. Yeah, and there's no gas here, so it doesn't feel too great. Looks like an army is starting to come together here, so some more tanks. This doesn't feel like a lot though, like only 4 tanks. Like, okay, you got a 5th tank here. Definitely not what you want. I know he's on 1 machine shop for a while, but oh man, that's too much killing. Like those could be like each like another factory. Just gonna give Protoss more time to get up this base here. That I personally, I feel like he should be making this base, but who knows? I've often been bad. All right, this is rude. Building this depot here, it's just rude, especially like finishing it. But the Nexus is down here anyway, so I guess Dr. Stratus just doesn't care. Oh, it looks like there was a drop here that I didn't pay attention to. It has pulled the probes. And the vultures are dead, so I have no idea. I have no way to count how many were killed. You see the Terran is still ahead on probes. The Protoss definitely wants to be ahead. Like Protoss wants to be like 70 probes right now. Again, I am terrible at making probes, so I can't judge anybody, but I'm pretty sure that's just how it is. Yeah, it just doesn't feel like enough tanks. Like, it's like, what, 8 tanks now, maybe? Yeah, 8 tanks. He's got more coming out, but wait, is he? Oh man, he made a vulture out of his machine shop, as it is a machine shop factory. Not what you want, I believe. So we've got vultures going down here. Are going to be able to annoy this Nexus if they know it's there. Which it sure seems like they do. So definitely going to shut down these cannons before they can finish. But I feel like this army is going to get here before the Nexus is really in danger. So I believe Protoss is going to get this base up. He's still slow zealots. Yeah, we saw someone forget Zergling speed. You see this late zealot speed. You have Arbor is finally coming out. Looks like you probably finish stasis and get the start recall. Oh man, there is an observer. Okay, that shouldn't be there. That still does not need to be here. Good thing you saved that. And see, like this is so open. Like even with these cannons, like the vultures can absolutely just get in here and shoot probes. What was that? 6 probes? 6 probes for 4 vultures. It seems good. Not like the best, but it seems alright. I can't believe the guys are still alive. How are these vultures still alive? Terran is building up. More. Oh, never mind. He's taking a 4th base, so not going for any kind of push at all. Just sneaking this little base out here. Again, kind of in the middle of the map, but for Terran, that's not quite as bad, just because like a base here would be so far away for the Terran army to defend. You know, a couple tanks here behind the wall depots feels pretty safe.
kind of, yeah, probably requires a big commitment from Protoss to kill. We got 2-0 done. Only one armory? No, it's 2 armories. Armor is almost done. But that +3 attack should definitely be started. I don't believe it is yet. Oh my god, finally, real conflict between 2 armies, but I think it's just going to be killing some mines and running away. This mine is so lucky. It's been hit once. Oh, he's going in there. So it's getting on top of the tanks. The vultures are over here, not in the way to screen. They do get cleaned up, but it's like really deep wall of tanks here. Oh wow, never mind. So Terran is up in supply, and basically at any point in the game, the Protoss wants to be up in supply. Wow, this is a very brave base. I feel like the Terran has already sniffed it out, or the Terran's about to send. They're trying to build their own base there. Yeah, so Terran is on 4 bases. Terran is up in supply, so I don't know if I missed some critical thing somewhere, but that feels pretty good for Terran. They're getting more factories. Looks like they haven't. Their armor upgrades finished. They haven't started 3-2 here, but that's okay. 2-1 is pretty damn good all by itself. So this base is going to come under fire. A lot of cannons here, but no probes or anything, so Protoss won't feel too bad about it. Like, at some point when you take a base as cheeky as this, like, is it even worthwhile trying to build cannons? Like, if it ever gets caught, you can't defend that, right? So, like, why even build cannons there? I don't know. Trying to attack up a ramp again, but not enough vultures here to like get in the way of the Protoss army. So these ultras are right on top of the tanks. There's just not enough here. Where is everything from Terran? He's got more supply. Like, there's a decent group of units here, but oh man, Protoss is gonna right up in here. Dr. Stardust knows exactly. I guess he just knew that he'd win this fight. Where's all the Terran's supply? I mean, now it's all dead. But he was up in supply, right? I mean, I guess he's... Oh, never mind. It's because he's 24 workers ahead. Alright. It's probably just too many SCVs. Especially for Terran, like, you just want your max army to be as big as possible. It's not like 65 is the number that Terran wants to stop at. I don't think it was an EMP. So it looks like the Terran won't die today. Able to force the Protoss back, but there's going to be more Zealots come back. And the problem is just going to keep happening. This is a lot of money. Yeah, 81 SCVs, dude, stop. That's enough. This is the problem, man. It's just so much money and just not enough factories, I think. It's kind of hard to fit buildings on this map. You can see like he's filled up this half of his base with depots. I'm talking about depot as well. He's dying. But yeah, he just needs more factories. He's queuing this much. He still has this much money. Yeah, just way more factories and less SUVs. And well, I mean, I'd say that yeah, he's losing workers, but I mean, so it's starting at 80. So it looks like this attack from Protoss might fizzle out. But we do really need to see more factories, more machine shops, more tanks. You got to see vultures standing in the way of the Protoss attack. But Terran has a 5th base up. They have cleared that base out. Protoss is taking their, what is this, 6th base? Starcraft's taken out. So losing a good amount of SCVs here, but I mean this is about where you want to be anyway. So kind of doing a favor. These units are still around. I mean, like, dude, just lift the command center. The goons can still shoot it, but the zealots can't. mined out, but they got plenty of choices for where they want to mine. So that command center does go down. It's not the end of the world because Terran has so many bases, but Terran really wants to. Yeah, there we go. There's a lot of units popping out of here. They got to pull back together. Rem has to, get that big, giant army that is so dangerous in this matchup. Science facility. What is it doing down here again? That's just scouting for drops. But okay, he does kill these goons. Is he going to repair the science facility? I mean, he definitely wants vessels, so it feels bad to lose that. Not enough energy for a recall on the starboard. I was wondering who's going to stasis all these SCVs. Excuse me. So, I don't know, 2.1 bases mining here for the Terran. And what is this? 1, 2, 3, 12. Soon to be 4 mining bases, so I guess economically this is still good for Protoss. If the Terran kept this command center alive and just transferred some SCVs back over here, that I think it would have been fine, but being only 2 mining bases is not the best. Oh, the DMP, they're so clumped. Ooh, nice stasis. Nothing too crazy, but alright. 4 vultures, probably want some tanks, but there's just not that many tanks to stasis anyway. The EMP comes down just a little bit late. We got another arbiter here. That's a juicy stasis. Yeah, there we go. Didn't quite get the vessel, but that's fine. Although it looks like it may have taken too long. It looks like there's enough Terran units to just kill what's left for the Protoss army. And now Terran is starting to look the way that they're supposed to look, right? Oh, meanwhile, can't tell if it was a recall or just these units walked in here. Probably a recall. This is pretty good for Protoss. Nothing here to defend all these workers going down, and that is too low. Like everybody was like 80 workers like 3 minutes ago. So it's just a lot of ground for Terran to cover. This is why, I mean, it's obviously good for Terran to get more bases, but this is why a lot of people just, stay on 3 bases for a long time, wait till they win some big fights, and then go to 4, because it's just hard to cover all this ground. A handful of vultures not going to be enough. It's like Terran is trying to push over to the Protoss base, but his army is just too split up. Not enough tanks. We get it overrun here. Ooh, big stasis. Like 6 units. And these tanks are just left behind. I mean, I've tried to control Terran army. It's hard. It's just it's not like moving any other kind of army. So I understand how difficult it is to get your tanks siege properly, and keep them with the rest of the army, keep them spread out enough so they'll get stasis like this. And now I believe Terran is just not mining. Looks like he was trying to take this mining base, but there's a NORAD 2 there. Man, the duration of stasis is so long. So these units do get cleaned up. And now Terran is absolutely in trouble. I can conclusively say that. And we never saw 3-2 upgrades. That's that definitely would have turned this game around. Like a +3 attack tanks just melt everything that Protoss has. But now I just think it's too late. Down to 28 workers for Terran, 1 base with any potential of mining. No workers there yet. Meanwhile, Protoss is just taking over more and more in the bottom half of the map. Well, never mind. He still hasn't transferred here. Space has been up for like 5 minutes. But he's definitely sitting pretty. Alright, I don't know about that stasis. I don't know. Kind of seems like a wash, but he's got enough arbiters. He's got a few arbiters. There's been so many stasis on vultures. Wow, I didn't know mines get affected by stasis. That's funny. Anyway, Zealot's getting right on top of everything. Not that many tanks here. I feel like this is just got to be the end. Like, this is the last mining for Terran. Zealot's
getting in the mineral line. But it doesn't even matter because the whole army is dead. Arbor has tried their best to suicide into turrets. Artistardo's not letting them. Space barely holding on with his little squad of tanks here, and Rem does tap out, taking the first game. That was a long game. I am going to have to run to the bathroom real quick. I was hoping to finish the series first, but that's not going to happen. So I'm going to put it on the break screen real quick, and I'll be right back. Thanks for watching, everybody. Alright, I'm back. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. Let's get into game 2 here. Going back to match point. There we go. And bloop. Alright. Alright. We're back into it. We're on match point. I've said this before, I don't really know what to think about this map. So, on two-player maps, versus Terran in general, I feel kind of uncomfortable just because, like, I don't know, where do I build the rest of my gateways? Stuff like that. I've definitely heard Terran players complain about this map, though, to be fair, they complain about everything. There's a lot of recall space here. Carriers are alright, I think. One thing, though, is, like, a lot of the bases are really vulnerable to siege tanks. Like, your natural, I'm pretty sure, which we'll see in a minute, like, your natural's here, and there's, like, a low ground. I'm pretty sure that tanks can shoot from the low ground and, like, kill your probes. That seems like it'd be pretty rough if the Terran knows how to deal with that. Like, if anyone played Starcraft 2 when it came out, there were so many maps with abusable stuff like that for tanks. And I know that was true in the history of Starcraft 1 too, or Starcraft 1 as well, let me make that clear. So this is actually a pretty forward pylon. Not like too wild, but you know, you normally just put it like right here. Makes me think maybe he's like some kind of Zealot first kind of play, which is something that I'm trying to learn right now, and I usually feel pretty bad about it. I feel like if the Terran knows what they're doing, it does nothing. You know, all he has to do is like put a depot here, and then the Marine can get through, and the Zealots can't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just bad. We'll see if Dr. Stardust knows something I don't. Well, it looks like it's probably going to be another re-expand out of Rem, maybe even the same build we saw last time. I did forget that we saw a 12 next out of Dr. Stardust last game. So it's completely different. Build out of him. Words. Don't see a Zealot yet. Yeah, I guess we're not going to see a Zealot. So I don't really know why this gateway had to be so far forward. I don't know. I don't think it really costs him that much. Oh, it's 10-15 gate. Okay. Interesting. So definitely like pretty much like the polar opposite of a 12 next. Something that I've wanted to get into is these kind of two gates on one base build. That I know there's 10-15 and I think there's 10-21. Oh man, and look at that. Ram just says, yeah, I don't care. I'm going 15 SCC. I don't care if you go in a 2 gate. So we'll see how this works out for him. The fact that he scouted it is really good for him. That's another big brain comment from me. Because you know, it gives him a lot of time to get bunker up, make sure he has enough SCVs pulled to repair it. Although, I mean, even if he knows about it, his factory with this build is going to be so late. And really what you need to stop these 2-gate builds is a siege tank. So it's going to be a long period of spooky time for Rem here. You know, he's going to have to, like, maybe even, like, more than one bunker. Okay, 3 Marines in 1 bunker is not going to cut it. Like, just keep making Marines, man. Okay, he has to have, like, just misread what's going on here. I don't know why, because they're right here, there's 2 gateways, but Protoss does not care about an eBay block when they go 10-15 gate, right? Like, that's not going to slow down anything. I mean, I've said that, and this guy is staying here and shooting this eBay for no reason. So, there you go. Good play to Rem, but, like, does he just not realize that 2 gates this early is dangerous for him? I don't know. No, doesn't Smithers, like, it's a lot more nasal, isn't he? Like, Smithers is more like this, I think. I haven't watched Simpsons in a long time. But anyway. gotta pause. It's a good thing we're in a replay. Don't have to worry about any of that. A headset troubles feels bad. But I still feel like Terran is in trouble here. Like the response to pull the boys on this bunker was way too late. This goon is getting shot. He doesn't have to be. Oh man, the SUVs are getting shot at. This just feels pretty bad. Like the machine shop's not even done yet. What armory? This guy does not care, man. Like, why does Rem even scout? He just like he scouts the most aggressive build. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna do 15cc, get a fast armory. Like I don't care, man. He's just not bothered at all. And like these goons, like, well, there's not enough space to run by. But like, I feel like he can afford to be more aggressive. Like, just go in and kill the workers that are repairing the bunker. At least just 7 goons. Yeah, like dude, you don't care. It takes 6 goon shots to kill a worker, and SCV in particular. So I mean, he definitely should just be going after and killing these. He doesn't gain much out of just forcing repair. Oh my god, good. Yeah, you're right, Dipwood. Like, when you have this many goons, just go for it, man. And now the siege tank is up. But even still, like, he could totally run up and kill it, but it looks like he's just gonna let it happen. I wish I could tell how much money had been spent on this bunker. Because it's probably a couple, it's like several hundred minerals, but it could have been more damage. But I'm from the Protoss, and I think it's probably it's just me speculate. Oh, well, all right. I'll shut up. We got a shuttle full of zealots coming in. Dude, just run past the bunker. Just kill the tanks. Looks like he's gonna get it anyways. Zealots are on the tanks. Feels pretty good for Protoss. Oh, what did? Oh my God! How many goons died? I mean, it's probably still totally fine for Protoss here, but like there were 7 goons, and now there's 3. Oh man, I feel like he like probably moved in too early in the tanks and shot the goons instead of the zealots. I should just like zoomed out and seen that. We got this one really brave zealot running in the main. Everyone's gonna leave the natural. Oh my God, they're stuck on the gas geyser. Pathing. Got some reinforcement goons. That one zealot is just being a baller running around in here. It's not that many. There's not that many workers at home. The command center's flying back to the main. It's complete chaos here. That sea shank is gonna get set up. Can you land the command center here and wall it off? Yeah, there we go. Terran's busted. I don't care what happens the rest of this game. This is dumb. Terran's busted. Oh my God, but he can't seize the tank because it's zealot in the shuttle. Alright, can this tank save his brother from the zealot? Will the zealot even drop? I don't know. The barracks is going to go down. I don't think it's going to make more marines, but it will stop it from making more factories. Probably should just throw down a second factory. Well, the money. I don't know. I Protoss guys, I don't know what's going on. He's going to get a Goliath to deal with this shuttle. I feel like that's probably a mistake. I feel like you just want the power of the tanks. Like this one shuttle, you know, you can beat that with micro. I'll say that, and then he friendly fires and kills his own worker. So maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's look at the Protoss base. I haven't done that in forever. The natural is up. He's got not that many probes, but more than Terran. Looks like he realized that he's not going to end the game here. You got a robo up, so it looks like a normal Protoss. A few minutes late, I guess. Terran definitely not feeling good about this game. Oh, he did save the barracks. Can we save him some pain later? This Goliath really wants to kill that shuttle. Doesn't have to range it. Dude, don't lift the command center for that. Oh no. I feel like 3 tanks probably enough to defend anyway, but there's no reason to lift that yet. So yeah, I guess this is actually like the normal time to get your 3rd base for Protoss, but relative to what's been going on, a pretty quick third base. So definitely, Terran just has to get something done here. They can't just sit back. Rem is finally getting his second factory here. But you know, I feel like he should have been making more factories as soon as he realized he was going to lose the natural. You know, because that might be one way for him to come back. You know, make a whole bunch of tanks, try to kill the Protoss while he's being greedy and expanding. But I feel like it's just too late now. Like, we got 3 bases up. We got no new gateways. We do have observers gonna get in here. There's a chart just to get them away from this position, but they can just get the whole base and just see if there's only 2 factors going. Need Brave here. Oh, losing 2 goons for 1 SCV? Probably not worth. Shuttle going around, looking for hidden bases, I would imagine. Always a smart play. You know, it's like mentally hard to remember to do this and like do the follow through, but like when you're in a situation such as this, it's really good to check for hidden bases. Like, you know, there's none in this game to find, but just the knowledge of that lets you know so much about the game state. Like, it feels so bad. You know, like 15 minutes into the game and you scout a hidden base and it's mined out. Like, you've been wrong about the game for the whole game. So just getting a peace of mind from scouting all these bases, definitely going to make Dr. Stardust feel much better. Like, he should realize how good of a position he's in. Like, Terran is just reclaiming their natural at 12 minutes in the game. He's got his 3rd up. Not that many probes there. Too many probes here. He can transfer. But he's still doing pretty great. Finally getting a 3rd and 4th gateway here. 2nd gas should see some more tech coming out of Stardust. Getting cannons. I guess, I mean, I feel like he could have observers until there's no threat to that base. But not a big deal. You know, just feeling a bit safe. Oh, a Wraith. I assume to shoot down the shuttle. Dude, Rem is so worried about the shuttle. Like, he suicided a Goliath. He's got a whole Wraith to kill this empty shuttle. Yeah, here we go. Finally, this observer gets in here, gets an absolute read on everything that's going on. Sees only 2 factories. It's going to feel absolutely wonderful. Oh, get away. Rip. So the Wraith does kill that shuttle, but it's not a big deal anymore. Oh, is he going to try to hide a base here and this observer's going to see it? That feels bad. Now, he really should have, like, his goons here, or 1 goon here, or, like, an observer here, just to see if the Terran is moving out or sending out vultures. Because, like, with these goons here, the Terran army could just go all the way around like this, and not even, like, the goons wouldn't even see them. I've definitely done stuff like that before. You really want to stay on top of that. So we do see a 3rd coming out from Terran. So it's kind of like what, you know, seeing this in last game, I feel like Rem is just, he has his game plan, and he's just going to force it. Like, he doesn't care, whatever, like, Protoss, whatever. You have, like, 2 gateways early, I don't care, man. I'm doing this really heavy macro build. I don't care if I lost my natural. You know, I'm just gonna go into my low factory count, upgrades, tech, drops. Like, he's just playing for the late game. He doesn't really care what happens, man. And, like, I kind of respect that. You know, don't get too caught up in all the mind games and trying to figure out exactly the right response. Just do something that you know that you're good at. That's, I don't know if it's going to win him this game or this series, but, like, that's a good way to just get good at the game. You know, it'll get you a high overall win rate. Oh, wow. Any second this 4th base, sadly, directly in vision of this observer. I feel like with this, like, just put it in your base and look it out. Like, especially with these positions. If Dr. Stardust is on top of it, you should see the commands that are coming up. Yeah, it looks like he's understood it. Some more SCVs probably going to have to block this off, but it's not going to save this base.
It's really only 2 tanks? Alright, there are 5 tanks in the whole game. Not going to be able to stop, come over here and defend the space. He does cancel it. Only loses about 100 minerals for that. The 4 SCVs going down. That's probably the worst part of this, especially when he's already down on workers. But I respect the hidden base attempt. Oh no, what? Wait, okay. Oh, I think he was building a command center there. I think he forgot they did this one. I don't know. I think he's just forgotten about this command center. He really just put that down here. Oh no, he's put transfer workers, but he's not. That feels bad. In the meantime, Protoss has a lot of goons. Yeah, the score is 1-0 right now. This is game 2. Thank you, Evan Hookie. So this is a lot of goons. You definitely you don't need this. This is maybe all the goons you need, and then just zealots. But I really feel like there's some zealots mixed in here. This base would be in real trouble. Zealots just running in here, dragging some mines, killing these tanks. This might just be enough goons that he can threaten this base anyway. But going through this ramp, going into mines, there's a chance that the tanks kill everything. Definitely wants some more units to screen here. The tanks will have to shoot up. Oh, what is going on here? The double tank drop. That looks spicy. There's something going on down here. Let's see what it is. Oh, looks like he was getting ready for a drop. But the observer did scout it out. Very good map vision overall from Dr. Stardust. We see all these observers looking at everything. Definitely saving him a lot of pain. We do see these zealots here. I really feel like Protoss could absolutely just run in here and just dunk on this base right now. Especially with so many units leaving for a drop. But it's just 3 tanks and 2 Goliaths. It's kind of a wild drop. Looks like they're going to go threaten this base. But they're going to fly right past this observer, which is also going to see this new attempt to take in this base with this command center. So this vision from Dr. Stardust absolutely paying off. And Rem kind of hesitating here with these drops. You know, I mean, obviously, they're not going to work because they got scouted anyway, but if you're going to put all these units in a dropship, get something done with them. What's going on here? So he's trying to clear out these mines. Where'd the zealots go? Did they all die? No, they're right over here. Okay, so yeah, absolutely. This many zealots, just go for it, man. Well, now there's some reinforcements. I really hope... Is he going to try to attack through here? But now that I've said that, there's no tanks. But that's, you're not going to get hurled right through there, man. See, look like he's just pulling back, playing it safe, not committing to diving on this base. Okay, so he's not dropping to attack, he's just dropping to help defend this base. He's committed, man. This is like me circa 2001 playing with computers. It's just my special tactics. Dropping units to defend bases and stuff. We'll see if it's enough. I mean, this is such a tiny choke. It's really hard for Protoss to get in there, but I feel like you can just throw enough zealots at this one depot to get through. See what Dr. Stardust chooses to do here. And meanwhile, Terran has caught up and in fact passed the Protoss on probes. I feel like we saw this last time. So Terran makes so many workers, and the Protoss not really make enough. Is he? That has to be a mistake. I don't believe he meant to kill that vulture. All right, so he's coming out here with this command center. Looks like Protoss decided not to fight him on it. Ooh, is he gonna recall in there? All right, that's just mean, man. He's trying so hard to get this base up. He's almost ready to recall. Oh, I do have the score on the wrong side. I've had the score on the wrong side the whole time. And in the meantime, we have a recall coming in. Looks like this base will go down eventually. Or right now, rather. While I'm trying to fix the score.
There we go. Alright, so the score has been properly updated. Stardust did win the first game. It's basically going to go down again. Looks like only the 2 goons won't be able to take down the command center before it gets out of there. And Rem is like, oh fuck, I forgot recalls were a thing. He's just making turrets everywhere. Definitely not going to let his main come to threat from that. That is going to feel bad though, getting that 4th base shut down again. Zeld is sitting here waiting for the command center to come down here. And that depot did block Ram. That feels bad. But you know what? It feels like Terran is in a better spot than they deserve to be. I say that right as the big stasis comes down. So we'll see. But Terran is getting to that, you know, that deadly supply count. A lot of units are dying to mines here. A lot of cells are stuck behind goons. I know that feeling pretty well. But I think Protoss just has enough to just break this open. Oh my god, we got the dropships coming in here. Oh, then they get picked off before they can drop anything off. So now, right as I'm saying Terran looks good, they don't look so good anymore. Rem is definitely in trouble. I think his 3rd base is going to go down. Yeah. Alright. And there we go. So that turned around. Well, I can't say that it turned around, but it was looking pretty good for Terran for a while. And then he just lost this big fight on that high ground. Alright, so there is a 3rd replay in the folder. I'm not sure if the Protoss won the first game, right? Is the 3rd replay a decoy? Yes, it's a decoy. Okay. Alright. Good on them. Good on them. Alright, and now we're going into Series 4, which is oh, here we go. It's Sate Zero against Kenzaki Renko. And if I remember correctly, Kenzaki is the guy who went bio in TBT the last time that I casted, or maybe the time before. At some point, I saw a replay of his where he went bio rush in TBT, and that makes him my favorite player ever. So I'm excited to see what happens here. So we got Kenzaki is on Samyang Fire, who is currently up 3-0 so far today. This casting, right? And Sate Zero, of course, one of the CPL admins, pretty active, does a lot of casts too, so I think he's casting tomorrow, and he's casting by game, so definitely tune into that. See some, you know, absolute quality play right there. Alright, let's get into game 1. I like this. There's been so many Protoss today. Like, I feel like most of the time when I cast, it's like CBZ, TBT, TBZ, and I have no idea what I'm talking about. So at least now I get to pretend that I know what I'm talking about. Alright, here we go. Oh, these colors. Guys, really? Really? Oh, really? Okay. So in the purple, the slightly dark purple, we have Sate Zero fighting for Operation Indecision in the bottom left. In the top right, in the slightly less dark purple, we have Kenzaki Renko. I hope I'm saying that somewhat correctly. Fighting for Samyang Fire. Do you guys pick these colors on purpose? Usually like just random and like 2 almost identical colors, and I can't even like shift tab because they're both yellow now. Sick. Alright, so we've seen one very long PvG on this map. The map is definitely conducive to that kind of thing. So we'll see if we see that again. I doubt we're going to see 12 next versus 15cc again. Seems a little bit unlikely. So I don't know where to put my buildings on this map. Like, you're right. You're absolutely right. I agree so hard. I don't know where to put buildings on this map. Like, all of the normal stuff doesn't work. And you're like, what? Okay. The ramp is that everyone is building buildings away from the ramp on this map. Is that the secret? Like, is that what I'm missing? Like, I always put buildings like here, and then when I try to transfer probes, they get stuck. So maybe that's the secret. This is a pretty early probe scout. Like, scouting after gateway, especially on such a big map, is so early. Alright, so Kenzaki tells me that the colors were random, effectively. That his color was random. And he does point out that maybe Saint Zero forgot where the ramp is. Definitely a thing that happened to me before. But like, so many players have done it today. And hello Bacon. Good to see you. I saw you stream earlier. I saw that like I kept catching parts of that like 45-minute PvZ that you played or whatever. That was pretty sick. So anyway, as I was saying, this probe scout is so early in this matchup. Like, Cybercore scout is like the earliest you can scout and still be considered normal. What is going on today? Did everyone on Operation Indecision just say, you know what, fuck this matchup, we're doing 10-15 gate? That sure seems to be what has happened here. Yeah, everyone said, alright, let's all put our buildings in the wrong part of the base, and let's do 10-15. And Terrence scouts it this time. So that's I keep trying to talk about the scout. It's so early. I thought he's going to like proxy something, or I don't know. Don't really know what you're going to get out of such an early scout. Feels like it's going to, you know, especially with like a build like this, like every mineral counts. And I feel like with a Cybercore scout, you'd still figure out where Terran is in time, but I don't do this build, so I don't know. Maybe on such a big map, maybe he practiced it and figured out that he has to scout after Gateway in order to send his goons to the right part of the map. It's very possible. So it looks like Kanzaki is getting a bunker up, not being quite as greedy as our last player. You know, doing some variation of factory expand. Looks like he's going right up to those tanks. Absolutely the safest way to deal with a 2-gate play on this map. You because of the high ground natural, you just have to build this up here. You can't really like, you know, sit in your base until you have siege and then come out. Just because going up this ramp is going to be an absolute nightmare. So that is one reason to pick this 10-15 gate build on this kind of map. Probe tries to get in there, but he's shot down. Still getting that command center. Definitely needs to bring some boys up here to repair this bunker. Though I don't think range probably has. Yeah, range. So range has a good amount of time left. Kentucky probably a good player is on top of his timing, so he doesn't pull too soon. Right as I say that, he brings some boys up, but it's just fine. Protoss is taking a big economic sacrifice here with this build. You can afford to pull some guys. Let's see. See a tank coming out. We see siege coming out, and if this siege mode gets up, and it's put in a good position where it can't get sniped, Kanzaki is absolutely going to feel safe from this 2-gate push. I mean, the game went on for an hour, Hello Bacon. That's rough, man. That's so tiring. So we got 4 goons here. I think range is done. Range is a lot faster than I think it is. They're gonna start shooting on this bunker. Oh, these goons are so stupid. Oh my god, I feel this pain so hard. They will not do it. Like, range is done, right? Like, he didn't cancel it or something, did he? And now it doesn't really matter because there's 2 siege tanks out. You cannot dive on that. You cannot dive on that. You cannot. All right, good. So the rush is over for State Zero. And it probably feels pretty bad. He's behind on workers. His Nexus is just going up. So definitely on the back foot here. Not dead. But his build basically didn't work at all. You see a very early starport coming out. I can only guess this is for drops. I don't know. So it seems to me like there's so many goons that drops are not going to be good. But if I turn on my big brain for a moment here, perhaps Protoss is going to double expand. Yes. All right. Looks like Protoss is getting ready to double expand and try to make up for not doing too much damage to Terran. And then in that case, drops can be very good because Protoss will have a lot of ground to defend here. So maybe Kentucky is just real big brain. Oh, is it just for the armory? No, you don't need a starport for armory, right? Right? Yeah. So it makes sense to double expand as Protoss because A, you're behind on the economy already. B, you have a lot of units to defend. C, you know that Terran is not going to have that many units because they're going to try to be safe with tanks. So it makes a lot of sense to double expand, but a good Terran response to that is to get drops. Yeah, I saw this base coming up. Oh, bottom left. Oh my god. Thank you for pointing that out, Kazaki. I would have missed that. I just figured the barracks was going to float in and scout. Oh my god, the fire bats. Oh shit, he found it. The rip. But I do appreciate the effort. This guy just likes his bio, man. Like, he just wants to make it work. That's really funny. I appreciate that. Meanwhile, this SCV is unrepairing this Nexus. Like, imagine like you're the pilot of this SCV and you're like, surrounded by all these giant alien robots. And you're just like drilling at this giant pyramid. This is so brave. So we got a drop. Oh my god. I didn't even think of this. SCVs are gonna kill the battle cruiser? What is going on here, man? Kazaki's crazy. Like, just take one tank with you, man. It'll go twice as fast. This isn't that long. It's not stacked here. So, this is alright. And Protoss, like, is Protoss even gonna scout that base? I know, like, the one game on Eddie where I don't talk about the island is where somebody actually takes the island. It figures, but like, if I'm Protoss, I probably don't even think to check that base. Like, you know, I set my observer here. I see there's one factory. I look at the army. I don't see a third here, and I'm like, all right, I'm in a really good position. I don't think I would even think to fly something over in this part of the map. They're unrepairing the NORAD. So, not transferring probes here, just making probes. I personally don't know if it's worth it to transfer probes there or not. I feel like you probably want to, just you're a bit oversaturated on your first two bases. But it's such a long time, and it's kind of risky. Although I feel like if Protoss had kept their army like here, they could have checked whether or not vultures were coming out. And we haven't seen any vultures, I think, from Terran. Just this one factory making tanks. Okay, I heard violence going on somewhere. I don't know where that went. Finally, factories number 2 and 3. Where is he scanning? I'm really curious. Scanning the island and scanning the bottom right. So pretty smart. Oh my god. He's not scanning the bottom. He's getting another base. What is this? What is going on? Katsaki, you're a madman. Is he really gonna expand here? Oh my god. That is ridiculous. And like again, like Protoss is definitely not gonna expect this base here. They might like fly an observer over here by accident. Oh man. Oh man. The the 4 bases, 4 factory build. Completely standard. Oh my god. Ferrying SCVs to the base. This really is like me circa 2001 playing the computer, man. Ferrying my workers around. See, like, it's so awkward to put gateways in this map. Saitser's definitely kind of shot himself in the foot by putting these gateways right in the middle. Like, you can't put them here. You can't put them here now. So he has to stick them up here. There's a bit of room here, but it's kind of hard to get to. Fortunately, he has this whole other base to build gateways. Getting double forge. One forge is standard. I don't know how I feel about armor upgrades, because like over like a big enough armies, it just mathematically has to be worth it. But then again, who cares about 1 point of armor? When siege tanks do 75 damage per shot, like, oh no, they're doing 74 damage or 73 damage with a base armor on the unit. Like, who cares? So I don't really know about that. Like, the attack upgrades are great. The armor upgrades are questionable, but I can't really blame a guy for getting upgrades. Alright, so we have 3 dropships filling up. I can only assume they're heading out to the space. They could be landing on the island to defend it. That is possible. Oh, how did I lose them already? Alright, here we go. They are full. Looks like they're going to head... I thought they were going to head down. Let's see where they go. I'm absolutely focused on these dropships right now. They're headed to the right. So probably headed to the bottom right. Protoss base. We have an observer going out. He's like, hey, hold on a minute. Like, I don't see a third. I don't see a push. What is Terran doing? And now he's just going to check all the wrong bases and not find the 2 hidden Terran bases. So these dropships are headed out. I think the observer might cross paths with them, but maybe not in time. Where, really? It just stops? Right there? Really? Really? Well, now these drops are going to get in there. A fleet beacon, so we're going to see carriers. I'll address that in a minute, but we only got 4 tanks that dropped, 4 vultures stuck on this high ground here. They're going to just obliterate this whole base. We do have this Protoss army that was thinking about thinking about hitting the Terran base. Now turning back, but there's a lot of mines. They do kill one of the dropships. I don't see any observers with this army. There's one floating around here. Is he going to remember that? Looks like he's just going to power through all of the mines. Meanwhile, all the probes are dead, I think. There weren't that many probes at the space, but still a hard loss. All these Stargates are going to get scouted. Looks like they will get saved, but now Terra knows exactly what a Protoss is up to. And I feel like when you make 2 island bases, you gotta feel bad when a Protoss makes carriers. Oh my god. No! Kenzaki, no! Oh, it's so close. Oh well. That feels bad. So, I mean, carriers are definitely going to check these maps. And definitely, like, when State Zero gets carriers, it's going to be like, alright, now I can take the island bases. Because I find out that they're already occupied. Let me get myself again actually cough this time. Alright, much better. So it looks like he's deciding to bust out of his own base. He's lost a lot of vultures and a few tanks to these shenanigans around the map. So his army is basically just tanks. This is so like don't clump your tanks up this much. Like I know there's a lot going on, but like absolutely red alert. Do not do this. Like one stasis could get all of these, or just like one shuttle with zealot bombs can kill them all. Looks like finally some vultures getting up here to protect his tanks. I'm a little worried. This is a decent amount of Protoss army here. I feel like there's Kenzaki doesn't have to get out here yet. Like he's not defending this base, right? He can just hang back in here. Maybe he's just worried about being contained. Definitely needs to spread his army out. Maybe get some turrets up. Like he saw all the Stargates, right? Like we don't see any Goliaths yet. Oh, here you go. Meanwhile, Protoss army trying to get in here, getting a bit too clumped up. Zealots getting a bit stalled on their way to the tanks. Ooh, missed micro. Not, you know, the Zealots would be like behind the tanks at this point. I feel like it's probably just too many goons though. Oh, somewhere there's another drop, I think. We have a drop here. Yes, tanks. 3 tanks, 4 tanks, clearing out that nexus. But in the meantime, Terran is in trouble. He's pulling the boys. I don't think 5 boys is quite going to cover it. We do have two tube tanks here. Is that going to be enough to blow up? Oh, sick D-Matrix. I thought that tank was dead. It goes out anyway, but a lot of value out of here. Tanks from the low ground are going to help. I think just barely enough. Yeah, I feel like State Zero absolutely could have had that with some better micro, especially on the initial engage. But then also, Kentucky could have like spread his armies a lot better. So all the Stargates go down. So this whole base is shut down by the drop play here. Oh man, State Zero is mined out in his main. His natural is getting low, and he's just now taking his fourth base. So that's not such a super late fourth base, and I'm sure it's just because he's absolutely like mind-boggled about what is going on in this game. Like, I guarantee you, he is not thinking about the fact that Terran has 4 bases already, right? Just like, wait, he's not expanding. How does he have such a big army? I don't know. This is very brave. He gets a couple tanks here. Not bad, not bad. Keep that tank count as low as possible. Like, this drop should be dead. Like, both fortresses are dead. All the 3 Stargates are dead. Like, he's building this base right here when he knows that there's tanks here. Like, you just send some zealots out here, man. So this base is gonna get shut down. And Protoss is gonna be a real bad shape. Their one base is almost mined out. Like, and he's just trying. I feel like he's focused on trying to end the game, and it's how are you gonna attack into this base as Protoss without arbiters, right? Like, if you could recall it right here, maybe. But going through this choke, never against a siege tanks. Like, just take this base, you know, take this base. I know I should talk to it earlier, but like, you just need some bases. You know that the Terran army isn't that big because you just had a big fight here. And these bases are closer to your main, so easier to defend against drops. Oh man. Oh no. Oh man, even more. Holy shit, I just looked at the worker count. 96 SCVs. Kenzaki, stop. Stop, dude. This is too much. What are you doing? That 98? How many are you gonna make? Oh my god. I haven't looked at the supplies in a long time. There's 99 SC to 100. 100. This is 73 army supply, and you're almost maxed out. What are you doing, man? Oh my god. Meanwhile, you've been ferrying them over here. Oh my god, dude. 101 SCPs and 26 probes. I think you probably can stop making SCPs. Oh my god. Absolute nuts. Well, let me to recalibrate what's going on here. So we see 3-2 is done for Terran. I'm sure the last one, yeah, armor upgrade is almost done. State Zero's Forge just got killed. I think he's at 1-1 only. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, and here we have this one Nexus that's absolutely gonna get killed, and the Nexus over here that's absolutely gonna get killed. Yeah, this is like that one campaign mission where you have to get like 10,000 minerals to win. Like, he's like setting up to do that with the 101 workers. Two Vultures here ready to shut down this base. Just like State Zero's like panicking, trying to get up bases, but just not picking the right parts of the map and not defending them. And now finally, like, we're starting to see a real scary army out of Kenzaki. Like, this is actually a threatening amount of tanks. Should probably be a few less workers and a few more vultures, but like, still very scary, especially when State Zero is below 100 supply. Like, literally, Kenzaki has more food in workers than Protoss has in everything combined. So this push is definitely real scary. Getting a bit stuck on the terrain, real clumped up. I don't think there is any armor tech. Oh my, wait, where do we see SCVs dying? I hear SCVs dying, but I don't know. All right, Sid Zero realizes that his army is just dead and taps out. Now, do you guys think that even now, Sid Zero knew that there were 2 island bases? I don't think he ever scouted them. I don't think he ever, like, because like if he was curious about it, he would have like stayed in the game, but just like sent an observer to check. So like this is absolutely a game where if you don't look at the replay, you have no idea what happened. All right, so once again, Kenzaki pulls out like another absolute nuts of game 1, and that earns him okay, so Kenzaki says that he knew 12, but not 6. Hello, Bacon. I have not cast your games yet. Are they in this group? Are you in this segment? Yeah, you're not in this set. You're in the other tier 2 set, right? Am I confused? Oh, okay. Oh, you are. You're in tier 2 part 2. This is tier 2 part 1 because they split up the tier 2 group because it's like so many games. Like I'm doing half of the games. I'm doing 5 series. Yeah, it's just by the order on the TL thread, and you're like 8 out of 9, I think. So yeah, it's just the end of this series, and then Storm Carlin against Commodore. Yeah, and that's gonna be the end for tonight. I'll probably come back a different night and do the rest of this group and do your games and the other tier 2 games. So anyway, let's get into game 2. I honestly have no idea what we're gonna see this game. All right, the colors make more sense this game. We have orange versus purple. You know, lots of contrast there. Some color wheel stuff. Now there's no island on this map, so I don't know what Kenzaki will do. The bases at 12 and 6 can basically turn into islands. The choke is so narrow, so maybe he'll do that. Oh, the screen. Oh no. Thank you for doing that, guys. Otherwise, I probably would have cast the whole game like that. I was gonna say we didn't miss anything, but there's a probe on the map. Now, this can only be for proxy gateways, and I know from personal experience that Terran can just wall off on this map, and it looks like Kenzaki is gearing up to do that. So this could be real bad for Protoss. There's still some shenanigans you can do, like you can like trick the Terran into lifting to kill your probe or something, and then run the Zealots in. But if Terran is real smart about it, they just won't, and you'll just have Zealots hitting their wall, and you won't get anything out of it. But we'll see. Now, is he really gonna put the pylon here and the gateways up here? Like that just. Oh man, like, so putting the pylon here just makes it like it's more likely that it will get scouted than if it was tucked in here. And if you have the pylon on here, we might as well have the gateways here to make the Zealots get there like a few seconds earlier. I don't know if that'll be a deciding factor in this game, but I don't like the placement here. But yeah, like I'm fine with doing cheese. I don't feel like this is a good cheese against Terran. Like it relies on a lot of greed on their part to work at all, and like it's completely standard on this map to just do this kind of wall and be completely safe. Like it really doesn't cost Terran anything to do this on this map. But we'll see. I know I've had a few games where I 9-9'd people on this map. And
and I got away with it because they lifted. But this is going to be pretty. It's either going to be amazing or just a depressing game. Oh my god, is he going 2-fac? He's going 2-fac. Oh my god, rip Protoss. All right, no chance. Just bring some SUVs and repair the wall now. Right now, State Zero's wall, heart is just breaking because there's no chance for him to do anything here. Well, okay, this is a long distance for these boys to come repair this. But, oh, they're going to get there in time. All right, never mind. GG, boys. I'm pretty sure this is just over. Excuse me. It's like State Zero has realized he's not going to win the game with just outs. He is going to get some goons. But I feel like what Kazaki, why you do this? Like, even if you were canceling a factory because you thought 2-fac wouldn't work. Oh, okay, never mind. All right, all right, never mind. We cool. Although I feel like you should have canceled the other factory because I think you canceled the one that started first. But anyway, I don't think Sacer is going to scout this. Spoilers for my games tomorrow. I do not check this part of my base. So this is definitely going to be bad for Protoss. You know, and like he's not going to have units coming out of here because they're going to be coming out of his gateways. So he's absolutely going to lose a lot of probes to these vultures. Is he going to be able to hold the front though? Yes, pretty much. Well, these goons against vultures are going to be pretty good. We do see a lot of marines. And we do see a machine gun coming out, so I assume we're going to see tanks coming out soon. So that should make him safe. There is a chance that goons can bust through that depot, maybe. But in the meantime, these vultures are going to kill every probe. I wonder, like, how many vultures do you wait to get? Like, is it something that you practice and it's like, oh yeah, you get 3 and then you go. I mean, 2 lets you one-shot a probe. I feel like 1 just gets the damage started as soon as possible. But we'll find out. Oh my god, stealths get in. Well, I'm not looking because I'm a bad observer. But it looks like it doesn't matter anyway. I don't know why you would. Well, why'd you lift, man? We do have a. Oh, he's still making vultures. Oh, never mind. I missed. All right, there we go. So 2 vultures get in, kill 5 probes, and Sincere realizes that he's doomed. So what a series! And I missed half the action because it was like all the action was in the last like 15 seconds of the game. So there you go. And Kazaki takes the 4th series for Samyang Fire. In a very entertaining action of fashion. Alright, so I do have to, yeah, that was a pretty lucky game. That was pretty much a build order win there. But you definitely won it with style. And I appreciate that. Alright, so I have to actually download these replays real quick, because they weren't in the main set. I had to get them from one of the players. But we're about to get into Strom Carlin against Commodore. Strom Carlin fighting for Operation Indecision. Yeah, if you didn't make a wall, you'd be in more trouble, but like every player makes a wall that map. Strom Carlin, very active CPL admin? Is she actually an admin? I'm not sure. But very active in that, runs a lot of events, does a lot of casting. And we'll have to see how her games turn out today. Maybe, hopefully she can win a series for Operation Indecision. They kind of been getting a bit wrecked.
See, our opponent is listed on the website as Commodore, and in the replay as XX Uliat. So we'll see how that goes. I think the first series was TVZ, right? And then everything else has had a Protoss in it. So that feels good for me. I like to pretend that I know what I'm talking about. Oh, almost forgot this. Alright, so, in the top right, Teal Zerg, Strom Carlin, representing Operation Indecision and IRK. In the bottom right, XX Muliat, aka Commodore for Samyang Fire, in the blue Protoss. So, what did we see the last PvZ? I think was like the Protoss, whose name I forgot, skipped Templar Tech and like skipped this +1 attack, but just won with mass cells anyway. I think that's what we saw on this map. Not what I would predict going into this map for this matchup. It's such a big map. I think there's a lot of good bases for Zerg. But the third is pretty good for Protoss too. So I don't think it's like too imbalanced. I think the islands should be pretty good for Protoss, but I don't know if anyone's going to be quite as brave as Kensaki and take both islands. Looks like probably an overpool coming out of here, coming out of Strom over here. The absolute standard build. Pretty much good against everything. Oh, we see Gateway first. Now, I am a huge fan of this build, but I don't like it for this map, especially on cross positions, which, to be fair, he doesn't know yet. It's such a big map that it takes so long for the Zealot to get there, especially in cross positions. Like, so I just don't know how much pressure the Protoss can really put on with it. But I don't think it's like game over if you do it. Like, it's a bit less optimal, but it's not that common of a build, especially like at like the tier 2 level. So a lot of Zergs just don't know how to deal with it. It takes a lot of experience. I know that like when I was in tier 2, I won a lot of games with Gateway first, just because they just don't get practice against it. So we'll see how that turns out. It looks normal here out of Commodore. And she's seen the, yeah, okay, so the drones saw the gateway. Do I see 6 more lings coming out? We're going to go up to 8 lings. I think that's the correct response. Now, I think I've been told by Zerg players that you can delay the gas in this situation. And, like, you can see that, like, she is stuck on 10 drones. She's getting gas, and she doesn't have a third hatch. So, like, it feels like even if the Zealots do nothing, they've already had a big effect on the Zerg play. So Zealot's trying to hide back here. I don't, yeah, like 3 lings on 1 Zealot. Not even like, nope, yeah. It's not even like worth going back here behind the minerals. So I feel like I'm really bad at this. But with the gateway first, like, you don't want to commit unless you know you can kill all the lings. Like, you kind of want to threaten and then pull back, and threaten and pull back, and keep grouping up with your new Zealots. But he was able to sneak this one in here. Storm Carlin does bring the lings back. Oh yeah, this is making more and more lings. I don't feel like you need this. Like, this is enough lings here, I think. Maybe like, I mean, this is maybe like 2 to 4 lings too many. Getting into a good position back there, running around here, tasking, multitasking, even for me as the observer. Oh man, okay, these lings are definitely a mistake. And this is what I'm talking about, like, if you just haven't played this build that much, you haven't, like, had someone walk you through like how to deal with the process, then it's easy to just make way too many links. And like we can see that I keep forgetting his real name. A Commodore is like ready for this. Like he's ready to block this off. He's got this cannon finishing down. As long as he puts these 2 units in this little wall here and hits the H key, he'll be alright. And these early links are all going to feel like a waste. Yeah, I mean, it is possible to punish a 1-game player with a link flood if they aren't absolutely on top of their wall, but I feel like it's just taking too long. Yeah, like there's no point to this. Like there's 2 zealots, there's a cannon. Like at least save the link that you spent all these larvae on. But we do see the 3rd hatch done. We see Jerome starting to come out, so she is recovering here, but there's twice as many probes as there are drones. Yeah, and the Stargate is started in a layer, isn't even started yet. So I feel like the Zealots themselves didn't really get anything done, but just forcing this big of a reaction from Zerg. Oh no, don't lose the Overlord to cannons. At this point, like, I guess I was gonna ask, like, would you just make a goon and kill that Obi? But I mean, if your targets are already almost done, then I think you're fine. Another Protoss not getting the +1 attack for ground. Like this just has to be a mistake, right? Like, okay, it finally starts, but it's not going to line up exactly with the speed. And I feel like there definitely was enough gas to start it on time. So I don't think it's make a huge difference, but definitely something that could be tweaked there. So this Overlord is going to go down. Oh, and I like this play from Commodore. Like, you really have to scout with the first Seer. Like, this game, it doesn't matter, right? Like, it looks like, 5 hatch Hydra before layer. That's interesting. So there's no, like, you're not worried about, in this game, about mutas, but that can be a problem. Just because you do delay your tech a bit with this kind of 1-game build, and that does leave you open to mutas, but it won't matter this game. By the way, like, I just realized today, like, look at how cheap the engine effect is on this Corsairs. Right when I mentioned that, it stops moving. Like, when we see it again, like, it's like just like such a cheap, like, sprite just pasted on top of the Corsairs. It doesn't, like, come out of the vents or anything. Anyway, we have Zealots in the 3rd base. The Sunk does finish, but I feel like 4 Zealots is enough. We need some really good drone drilling on the gas here. We got 1 Zealot off. Oh, we got 1 Zealot dead. But just not quite the right position for this. If this Sunk was, like, here, maybe then the drones could run across there and do it. Does buy time for Lings coming here, but a good amount of drones did go down. And these Corsairs are getting a good amount of damage done, killing enough Overlords to supply block a Storm Carlin. And she's just trying to make more and more, but she can't build them faster than they get destroyed. So Commodore really, like, just absolutely leaning in on this aggressive playstyle and getting so much value out of it. And these Zealots even, like, just go home. Like, they know that, okay, the attack's over. I can go home and just make a bigger push later. That +1 is almost done. They can just come back and be really powerful against these Lings and Hydras. Rip that leg. So +1 is done. Storm is almost done. Yeah, everything is coming out right here for Commodore. Like, 11 Speed Zealots is going to absolutely demolish
like either one, if not both, of these bases. The range upgrade coming on these Hydras, but it's just not enough Hydras. Like, she's trying to drone to make up for all the damage she's taken, but she can't because all these Zealots are right up in her mineral line. And there's just not enough to block to get units off these sunks. And I feel like this is probably going to be it. Protoss gets into the double supply territory. She starts picking up more and more drones. Look at all these juicy overlords that could be taken down right now. And there you go. Commodore taking game 1 off the back of a well done gateway expand. Just too many links from the Zerg. That's just something that you just have to practice against that build a lot to get to. You know, to get that understanding of when you can back off and go back to droning. Alright, let's get to game number 2. Come on. There we go. Alright, professional. Alright, so we're back on match point. I don't know if we'll see another 9-9 gate here. I don't have a lot of practice with this map in this matchup. I kind of talked about this before. We saw some of it play out in our last PvZ on this map. These high ground pods between the 3rd and 4th bases that are like here and here. A lot of the game comes down to who can control those, because like if Protoss can get between the Zerg 3rd and 4th and just keep going back and forth and keep threatening both bases, it's really strong. With some kind of like, you know, 8 gate, 12 minute, 2 attack, push, something like that. Oh, I don't have game sound on. There we go. Alright, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so we see this pylon here. This would be a forge expand out of Commodore this time, I would imagine. Looks like we'll see another overpull out of Strom. So, I really like going Forge Expand on these 2-player maps because you can get the scout in there so early and know exactly what the Zerg is doing. Alright, so it's like over gas? Overpull gas? Like not, that wasn't 9 full speed, right? No. So I don't know exactly the distinction there, but it's definitely not overpull. I hope this wasn't like an extractor trick that she forgot to cancel. But I think it's better than that. So I don't know exactly what this build is going to play into, actually. It feels to me like the Protoss will just get like 2 cannons and be fine. 9 full speed is kind of threatening, but like not if you scout it, right? And overpull speed is going to be just later. So I don't really get it, but maybe she has something in mind. Look, she stopped exactly at 100 gas, or 104. So speed is coming up. 6 links are coming up. Got 2 cannons here from Commodore. See, I like this one because the gateway is going to go here. Now, knowing me, I would put cannon 1, cannon 2, and then later be like, oh, fuck, I can't put the gateway there. So I like the presence of mind to put this cannon in the right spot. Alright, so we see a lot of Lings out here, but I just don't know if it'll matter. So now I think about it, like this choke here is actually pretty wide. It's like 1, 2, 3 units. So that does make speedling attacks more powerful, but oh man, I'm losing an Overlord to a cannon. I feel like Protoss is feeling pretty good right now. Yep, bring in more and more probes here to block this off. Lings are going to feel real sad when there's 2 cannons done. Oh yeah, you do have to block this part as Lings get around. Alright, so some Lings do get by, but most of them get caught in the probe chokehold here, so we could have 2 Speedlings in the main. Always annoying, but I feel like Protoss is going to be fine with this. You know, get a Zealot out, maybe if he really wants to, get a cannon right here. But that's probably overkill. Although, you know, now that I'm looking at it, what is that? 2 probes dead? Yeah, 2 probes dead from these Lings. You know, he could start to add up here. It does look like Commodore cut probes for a bit, maybe just to get out these cannons. So maybe Stormcrawling can take advantage of these 2 Lings in here. And we see that these probes aren't mining, so it's really only like 12 probes mining for a Protoss. So that Stargate is going to come up. What do we see out of Zerg? So the lair isn't started yet. Could be a situation that's similar to the last game where these Corsairs are going to fly around uncontested. Getting one more probe. Always annoying. Make it more Lings? I don't think you need more Lings. I guess we will have to shut down this probe, so Protoss won't know what's going on. Nope, never mind. Just running right by. Back to the Protoss natural. Loading 800 minerals. Yep, just going to throw down more hedges. The right response to that. Could go into some kind of like 4 hatch before layer build. But it is going to be hard to recover from doing that over full speed build and not getting too much damage done. Yeah, we see now that the Protoss has got both their Nexuses up. They are ahead on probes again. This Corsair is going to make it's going to be a big problem. Yeah, it looks like we'll see a 4 hatch before layer with Hydras build. Those Hydras will have to come out pretty quick to stop this Corsair from killing maybe like 2, maybe even 3 Overlords? Maybe just 1 or 2. The Hydra is done. The probe does get in here. Should be able to figure out everything. Oh, 5 hatch Hydra before I guess. Lings are looking for damage in the natural. Cannons cover it pretty well, but probably if you got one around like this way, you can do it. But nope, never mind. I'm wrong. Alright, so that 1 Ling is pretty much irrelevant now. Somewhere here, Corsair. There we go. Corsair bullying these Overlords. We do see Hydras on the way, but probably this one will die, and then that one will be saved, I believe. And +1 just starting at like 7 minutes. I mean, I guess Protoss was slowed down a lot more than I would have thought. They definitely survived that, but like they lost some probes. I think they cut for a long time because like this is a really late Citadel. It wasn't like he was like floating money for a long time either. So maybe this position isn't quite as bad for Strom as I thought. Because like the Protoss tech and the Protoss push is going to be way behind time-wise where they should be.
Ooh, did I see a drop upgrade? That's a speed, right? Yeah, it's speed. Overload speed, definitely. Overlord speed, definitely a important upgrade to keep all your supply buildings alive. We don't have Scourge. You got to rely on Hydras. It makes it so much easier with speed overlords. Yeah, the archives. Like, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to start at like 6:20. It's now almost 9 minutes, and it's just now finishing. Strum making a lot of upgrades. Oh, here we go. I'm not sure if this will tell me what it is. So it is the movement. This is a decent sized army, but I don't think it's enough. You know, I feel like it would have better served if some of these were drones. I don't know if she had a way of telling how far behind the Protoss build was, but she doesn't need these units for a little while longer. Crusaders aren't going to scout the push coming. We're going to see some more cannons. Templar are popping out. They don't have energy for a while. Storm's not done, but they probably would be done by the time this attack tried to get through all the cannons. So I'm just making more and more Hydras. Like, just going all in on this five hatch Hydra idea. I feel like a couple more rounds of drones would have been good. But I'm not a third player, so who knows. Just keeping this alive. You absolutely want at least one Overlord alive outside the Protoss Natural to make sure you don't lose everything to DTs. If you do transition into a Lurker Contain, you can use that Overlord to help you snipe observers. It's very critical to keep that alive. We do have Storm ready this now. Here we go. Yeah, big juicy Storm on all these Hydras. Absolutely going to drive this Zerg bust away. That's why I'm saying that these really should have been drones. Like, a lot of these Hydras should have been drones. But that's like the hardest thing about Zerg, is knowing when to make that choice of units versus drones. We see +1 range attack, almost done. Almost in time with the ground weapons from Protoss. But this is pretty scary. What do we got here? We got, by the time they move out, it'll be 2, 4, 5 storms, and a good amount of +1 speed zealots. We don't see any lurkers. Oh, we see lurker aspect coming online. So depending on how much Protoss hesitates with this push, Zerg might get a chance to get lurkers and stay alive, but this is pretty scary. We don't see sunks up. I touched on this earlier, but like, it's so easy to storm a mineral lance on this map. Like, I'm pretty sure Templar can sit here and storm here, and that feels real bad for Zerg. And like, if the Zerg takes this base, Templar can stand here and storm here. You know, it's like siege tanks light, because like siege tanks up here will just kill this base, and tanks here will kill this base. Tanks here will kill this base. And yes, I am whining about Terran in APVZ. But in this real game, that's actually happening. It's just so many speed zealots. They are way ahead of the Templar. There's one Templar. Don't know if they need the Templar, but what happened to? Okay, they kind of stayed behind. Not ideal, I think. But it might just be enough zealots. Alright, we do see more Hydras coming in. The Observer gets sniped. Some Lurker is morphing somewhere. Finally, this Templar is here, ready to storm all these drones.
Alright, just 2. Should have been a bit higher, but we won't in there. So I think Zerg will clean this up. They lose a few drones. Well, why don't they say that? It's like just almost around 10 drones. Alright, so they just lost like 3 more drones, I think. That was like 6 or 7 drones, but the whole Protoss army died. I feel like that gives Zerg more breathing room. We see 8 Hydras coming out. And 1 more Lurker. I don't know. I feel like there should be more droning going on. Well, this Nexus is like way to the right here. Like I'm pretty sure it can go like here. I don't know if that's like a, you know, just a mistake, or if trying to make it harder to shoot from this area. I don't know. Like give them more space to fit cannons here. I don't know. This cannon very important. Stops lurker drops from killing all your probes. That happens to me all the time. Some cannon civil war going on here. Just let those goons get out. I don't like this like small amount of lurkers. I feel like you want more lurkers in this. But like as I'm saying that, like Zerg is winning this fight and coming to threaten this base. But I feel like 1 or 2 lurkers is just not threatening at all. You know, fighting with the cannons, the Protoss is definitely going to clean this up. You see a big reinforcement wave of Hydras. And all the Templar are dead, I believe, unless I missed some. We don't see any more coming. And Hydras are real good if there's no storm. Because they're all in the fight. I feel like if this group was here, then they'd be killing these goons and moving on for the 3rd base from us. I cannot believe how good these goons are doing. Okay, it's because they have 2-1, but like I really expected those goons to lose that fight like pretty handily. So another observer dies. We got 3 more lurkers coming up, and still not a Templar in sight. Oh, here we go. 2 Templar coming out now. So it's gonna be hard to kill this army, but I feel like with this defensive position, the Zerg can't kill the 3rd, and we don't see any movement towards a 4th base from the Zerg. So the longer this goes on, it's better for Commodore.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure if a lurker here can kill probes telemaking, but I feel like maybe if you got like exactly here, it can just reach the probes mining here, which would definitely be annoying. But that's all. I'm pretty sure it's also in range of cannons. There's 3 cannons back here though. This is like I absolutely do not want you to lurker drive me. Is probe headed out? Take a 4th base? That's just rude. Here we go. A drone headed out to take the 4th base for Zerg. Definitely don't want to be on even bases with Protoss for too long. Yeah, it's gonna only be to make a hidden-ish base here, I guess. But this Overlord looks like it's headed out here to check it out. She did see the probe pass by this one on the map, I suspect. Here we go. This is a more deadly amount of lurkers. They're spread out, so they can't all get picked off. They're up on this ramp. Very hard for Protoss to get out of this position, and this is what Stormcrawler needs if she wants to expand, you know, and stay in this game. I think I don't really think she can attack. All right, Commodore doing a good job. Really careful with these Templar, storming them. The Archon. All right, okay, so he does have. I thought he was Archoning his last Templar here. We do have some more. It's like 4 more swarms will be online soon. Nothing coming out of these gateways. I'm pretty sure this is one of my replays because my macro is a bit like this. It looks like Protoss is just
going around. Probably setting this small strike force out to here with the 4th base should be started soon. And Smart probably feeling like, oh god, there's units on the map, I gotta do something. But having a hard time getting so many units through this choke. Oh man, big storms. Juicy storms. The bravest probe transfer ever, but just storms on everything. Oh, this unit coming around the other way. Somebody PMing me. It's a tense moment. I feel like that. Oh, that was a nice flank for Protoss. I thought they were going to go around to a counterattack, but they just went around this route here. What is Probes doing? This is. I do this all the time when I panic and box select. I pick up so many probes. So getting pretty good trades with these lurkers, but eventually getting cleaned up here. And this situation is really good for Protoss. Like trading armies. Well, I don't know. Okay, trading armies is generally bad for Protoss in this matchup, but you know, when you're already really ahead, it's okay to, you know, throw some units. Don't get the most efficient trades against those lurkers, but just clean up the whole Zerg army. Now you have free reign of the map. You can go up and kill this 4th, and you know that your bases aren't in danger. So at some point we saw Zerg clean this base up that I didn't catch, but a Commodore does not need that 4th base. There's no gas at this base, but which isn't ideal, but I think he's fine here. So he's smartly sends 1 zealot up here to threaten this base while he keeps his army up on this pod. These lurkers trying to move up here, but oh my god, Hydra's getting stormed to hell. I like the 5 observers. Like, he absolutely does not want to die because his observer got sniped. And this fight went way better for Zerg than I thought it would. Absolutely contradicting everything I said about this map in the high ground pods. These Templar are going to clean up. The goon count gets reset. We have a lot more zealots coming out because we have a nice reinforcement wave of like, what, 6 Templar? Jesus. A new attempt at a 4th base is up here. A 5th base is over here. This hatchery just barely going to get saved, but she's going to fight so hard for this base and then still be behind on the economy. I hear cannons shooting something. Okay, so it looks like it's a small attack over here, but with with some cannons and 2 Templar here, this base is going to be safe. Safe to mine from. I don't think Strong Color knows about this base yet. So, like, she could go take it out. Small amount of hiders, but she's getting up to 4 bases, getting more hatcheries. Still on layer tech. I haven't been staying on top of the upgrades. We have 2 attack, 2 range attack out of Zerg. Should be like 3-1, yeah, 3-2 from Protoss. So big upgrade lead here. Setting these 2 Templar in to defend the space. Super brave, sending them out here completely unescorted. So Zerg has been stuck on this Hydra Lurk comp for a long time. And, like, I totally understand like how it's a consequence of all the other stuff that's happened in this game, but like this Protoss army is getting better and better at dealing with that, right?
Like, look at this. We have 7 observers. Like, lurkers are not going to be a problem anymore. This may be a bit zealot heavy, but like, well, okay, I'm saying that. This is like just zealots, and there's 2 goons. A good spread of lurkers could just chew them up, but it looks like, is he thinking of splitting his army up here? I think so. What? He can't decide what he's doing. Maybe some hotkey confusion here. Alright, see if there's enough zealots to just overrun all these lurkers. Yeah, there's nothing here to defend the lurkers. The zealots can just get right on top of them. I think this might be it. Just some more 6 storms on these hydras. There you go. Oh man, this base can find out anyway. Oh, the observers, rip. If only you had 5 more flying around. Look how many Templar there are, Jesus Christ. Storms for days. Oh, they're just the Dunderlings. Well, now. But, so this base is taken out, but somebody had it anyway, but this might be the end of this problem crowd. This army is just going to keep going on and killing more stuff. Big storm up. Double storm, not the best. Does it matter? Probably not. Yep, Stormcrawler knows she can't stop this push from killing everything, and that's it. That is the end of Series 5, and I am exhausted, actually. I felt myself, like, falling apart at the end there. But we made it through. And, Samyang Fire is on fire. They are 5-0 so far. Alright. Oh, somebody followed me like 4 minutes ago. Thank you, XKCKQ, for following. I appreciate it. I really appreciate you all watching, everyone in the chat. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more CPL action. Oh, we have Commodore in the chat saying he has so many observers because he storms them all the time. Believe me, I know exactly how that feels. Like I probably make as many observers as you. I just lose them faster, so it doesn't look like I have such a big cloud of observers. Oh, we got another follow. Thank you, Commodore, aka William. So yeah, I don't have a set date when I'm going to stream the rest of this group, but I definitely want to, because these have been some good games. Definitely tune in to the rest of these CPL streams. There's another Apocalypse match tomorrow, and then there's the match of the week casted by State Zero and Nebelheim, I think, tomorrow, and I'm in that match, so you know it's gonna be some good games. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked it, hit me with a follow, and have a good night.